my God! No pre-show.
Yeah.
Doing it raw.
Going on.
End of season 2, baby.
No comment.
Episode 50. Let's go.
This is exciting.
Oh my God! There's someone else there.
Oh.
Whoa, wait,
whoa.
whoa, what happened? Hey,
What
hey,
happened to
everybody.
him?
I'm Sammy Gonzalez, aka The Excellence. Welcome to the Scene Countdown, the ending of season 2, episode 50. 50 episodes, guys.
It's a lot of episodes.
It's a lot of
Yeah.
fucking episodes. Welcome, everybody. I'm Sammy Gonzalez, aka The Excellence. Joining me on the other side, you got introduced first last time.
I did.
On the green mic, we have.
Hey, it's Marco. Stay toasty.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? That's the dumbest shit. You don't even wear glasses. Take those glasses off.
I do wear glasses.
He does
What do you
wear
need to read? Like
glasses.
you don't make up your list every... Texas Tech sucks. And joining me on the other
Says he's
side...
wearing those colors.
You are wearing the
This
colors.
is plaid. Who gives a fuck?
Still Texas Tech colors. It's Tommy McGrew. I'm not a Texas Tech fan, so, you know.
And joining us from the worldwide internets...
Via satellite.
Via satellite, we have...
Hey, it's DJ. If you can hear me properly.
I think we can. Go ahead and say some more things.
I'm at home today because I'm on call for work, and unfortunately, I talk about confidential stuff, so I can't be near people with my laptop.
I mean, he can. He just is incredibly lazy. It's okay. It's okay, TJ. We can accept
What?
you for who you are
What?
and everything.
Nigga, these bags under my eyes, guy. I have been going today.
Well, if he's going, I was gonna finish wrong. I'm not gonna finish. No, I'm not gonna finish
Don't
it.
do it.
Do it.
No, don't do it.
I'm not gonna do it
Okay.
because if he's
Yeah.
going, we're going also. So,
Oh,
everybody,
you're coming. Okay. I
yeah,
get it.
now you're getting it.
You have the mind of a toddler.
We've established this. So, by the way, I realize we are talking about our top 5 college.
Yeah. So
Things-
juvenile humor will be aplenty tonight.
Yeah, no, well, only that.
Yeah.
I don't have any UCSB gear. I think I outgrew it, all of it. I was
Okay.
very slender back then. Not very
Sure
slender.
you
I was
were, yeah.
more slender back
Keep
then. But
telling
we're talking
yourself that.
about
I've seen pictures.
our
He's
top
alright.
5. Yeah, you'll see. I got pictures here at the
Again,
ready.
like I said before, if you don't have the beard, no one likes you. Your beard is magical.
Well, nobody
It's
likes
like
the
Dr.
beard. Nobody likes me
Strange's
now with
cape.
the beard. So
Yeah, we're friends with you.
Yeah, we're here.
so the beard is literally the contract.
Yeah, if
that's
you didn't have
keeping
the
us all
beard, we
together.
wouldn't be friends.
It's
That
like
is-
your Achilles heel, or what was it? The dude in the Bible with the hair.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, you're a biblical character.
Sure, let's go with
Yeah,
that. But before
yeah.
we get into our top 5 college moments, we'll go into
I like your hat, Tommy.
Oh, thank you.
what?
Tommy's hat is cool.
Yeah, my hat's
Wait,
cool.
what? Why are you bringing this up all of suddenly randomly, TJ?
I wear it all the time, but it's good. It's
Compliment
nice to
his
get a
hat?
compliment.
Why?
Thank you, TJ.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get a
But
compliment.
no. Hey, your hat is very nice.
Thank you, Tommy.
Yeah,
and
I would like one.
You would like one?
Yes.
Well, you know what? You can get one from our sponsor today, mexmerch.com. They see that's how you do a toss up, TJ, to advertising.
I'm sorry. I'm not slinging shit
No,
all the
hey,
time.
TJ gets the assist.
Next.
Genuine.
Does not get the assist. He does not get the assist. But you can get yourself some awesome Mex merch at mexmerch.com. Get the Mex merch. Look at the Mexcellence hat, $24.99. And if you watch the Twitch channel, we have discount codes. If you're listening on audio, you're not getting anything. So be sure to go to Twitch and get those discount codes. Either watch in post, watch during the commercials, watch during the pre-shows. But we got everything. We got mugs. We got beanies. We got pieces of artwork. We got sandals. We got chocolates for your summertime festivities. We got a tote bag to hold all of your summer beach awesomeness. We got face masks that may or may not be approved by the CDC. We have athletic wear, leggings and shirts and tank tops. We have Pride stuff. The Pride days are coming.
Yeah, they
so
are
go
upon
get
us.
your Pride stuff.
I think they're ending.
No, it's starting next
Starts in
month.
June.
Oh, okay.
Starts
I
in
thought,
June.
I thought it was May.
No, you can be fantabulous whenever you want. Get yourself a tank top. Get yourself everything you want that you've ever wanted at mexmerch.com. It's lovely.
Yeah.
It's
good stuff.
lovely. And we'll add some university options there a little bit later. But for now, oh my God, I lost TJ. What happened to him? Is he gone forever? He is gone forever. Well, I'll wait for him to come back, and we'll get into explaining what our top 5 is. So we were going to audible into what our top 5. Or we were gonna do rather originally. Let's start there.
Yeah.
With our top 5 high school moments.
Yes.
Then we realized that high school ain't shit, really.
No,
I mean-
you stayed home throughout out of high school. Me and Tommy have stories.
Yeah.
You and Taylor were like, "Oh, we can't do this," and it's
You were
like,
good
"All right."
kids back then.
Yeah.
The both of you. Now look at
It's
me.
not that. Hey, shut the fuck. All right. It's not that I didn't have goddamn high school stories. It was that, I wasn't the TJ that people know nowadays.
Right,
But that's
That
the
didn't have
thing.
a problem.
That was
That's
this.
the
But no, shut up, Marco. Let me explain myself. My problem was in high school. It's not that I didn't do mine are just. I feel like it's generic Texas type of shit. Like nothing super enthusiastic. Outside of like a couple of things, but like for a full top 5, I'm not out here sleeping with people and getting caught by cops in cars like Tommy. Like, of course not. I'm not interested. I was
Yeah,
like,
we didn't grow up in small towns where you can go to Lookout Point to make out with hottie two shoes.
Yeah.
Like
no,
Tommy
I
did.
grew up in a small town where that's a thing. I
didn't
wasn't the kid to
participate.
do it.
Right.
Yeah.
See, because my thing is, if I participated, it would have been that, and then meth was somehow involved, and then I'd be
Holy
addicted to
shit.
meth.
Stay on target.
High school
Stay on
meth
target.
There was like a bunch of them.
That was a clique?
Shortly after. No, shortly after.
You just avoid that click. Fresno has millions of people.
No,
don't they?
but they were cool as shit. So that was the subset of my sub friends in high
Oh,
school.
okay.
Because you have your main friends, but actually no, I didn't have my main friends. My main friends were like 4 guys. It was like Penguin, Joseph, Alan.
Penguin.
Yeah, Penguin.
that's the
He doesn't
cool
have a
one.
real name, and
Okay.
I don't even know his real name. I can't think. Okay, it's Richard. I forget. But anyway, yeah, those guys were my friends, but
Right.
we were all like ping pong type of dudes because we would go from. So I played sports. So I was with the football team. I hung with the football team sometimes, and
Right.
they knew me. Then I was in the smart classes. So I knew the smart class kids. Then I also like was funny and goofy and weird, so I kind of hung next to the theater kids. Like I wasn't a full on theater kid, but they
Okay.
were like into like Lord of the Rings and shit,
You
and
were
that's what I was
floater.
into. And then those people were next to the emo kids, and that's why I like emo girls because they were there and they were cool as shit. So
They're
it's
the only
like
ones that gave you attention.
exactly,
Right.
and that explains a whole lot.
Oh no,
saying it out loud.
It sticks.
Yeah,
They say like whoever you lose your virginity to, or the type of girl
Oh,
tends to be
that math works
that
out.
and first love type shit tends to be
Which is weird because it's like first kind of love
crush,
Mormon
whatever.
girl,
right.
white girl, green eyes, and then first person hooked up with punk rock Mexican chick.
That's it.
So it's I'm in very confusing times in that lifestyle right
You
here.
want an innocent goth chick.
But we can only talk.
An innocent Christian goth chick is
but,
what you want.
But that said, for the end of season 2, episode 50, we want to do something a little bit bigger, a little bit more oomph, right?
Right.
No.
Jesus.
What?
Fisting somebody there?
No.
he will by the end of his list.
This is an oomph.
That's the number 1 college sport.
Number 1, somebody. No, but no, Tommy, you've probably had more
Yeah.
greater adventures in college.
Yeah, personal adventures. Yes, like my high school list would have been majority just crazy shit
Right.
that happened in my high school.
That happened in your high school.
In my high school, you heard what would have been my number 1, which was the Lookout Point cop
right.
store.
Right.
So yeah, that's that, and yeah, that's about it.
We'll pepper in high school, and then Marcos, you had high school stories.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I thought this would be kind of a pants down kind of thing because TJ is exactly right that you're not fully you in high school. You're not even fully you in
You
college.
don't. Yeah, you can't
Right.
even sniff
Yeah.
the person you're gonna be here.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
So
not
they-
even the dude I am now. I don't even know who this motherfucker
No,
is.
no, this is it. So if this is all you got, good luck to you,
Ah,
man.
shit. I hate this. Also, Key's in the chat. Happy 50th, son. Thank you,
Yeah.
Key, out there.
Over
But-
the hill.
But we decided to audible to college. My plethora of stories, it goes from nothing to just craziness.
Yeah, because you were still high school Sammy, and then you had to become college.
well, high school Sammy, yeah, was a big dumb idiot, big dork.
He looked like it.
But he was a smart kid, good kid,
Right.
didn't do anything wrong. And then college Sammy was, fuck it, why not? Like the catchphrase in my college town and my
Yeah.
college group and friends or whatever was, "You're not down." If you said you're not down, you kind of had to be down.
Right.
And once you get enough, you're not down, you just down for everything. You're just down for whatever.
You need that in your life.
Right. But that's how
I don't know about in California because y'all be on some gangster shit.
Well, we don't.
When you say that there, I feel like that's the whole thing.
I avoided meth by being able to say I'm not down with that.
Okay.
There's a lot of things I'm not down with.
Okay.
Like
you said this with a good crowd.
Right.
A good group of
because
friends.
like
okay.
the TJ's just waiting for his turn. I know
So this
we're
wasn't a
rambling, but
gang.
we'll get back to it.
Yeah.
But one of the things like my freshman college dorm, do you know what gay chicken is?
No.
Gay chicken is where two men they get as close as they can to kissing, and then whoever pulls back apparently is gay.
It's very American Pie
type shit.
Right.
God damn it. See? You can tell we have the same
Were you in a
birthday.
frat? The fuck were you doing?
This was on our Chicano floor in freshman year, so kind of it was our own
Never
clique.
heard of this until now.
Yeah, gay chicken?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a thing that you hear all the time. But point is, there were guys who were just like, then they'd kiss. And then they would like, whoever was the gay one would pull away. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Not because I'm homophobic, but I don't want to kiss a dude.
I feel like doing that is
no, I feel like
very
you didn't want to do
offensive.
it because you never pull away. You'd always win.
Right. I think that would be it. And then I'd be kissing dudes. And I don't want to sign up
be
for
the
that.
champion at it. So
I mean, if you ever kiss dudes, college is the time.
Right, but
Very true.
I know we have a friend that admitted to doing it. I was like, yeah, you probably kiss dudes. He's like, yeah, I did. I've tried it. And I was like, oh, I'm a big homophobe. Damn it.
you are. You're not
I'm
the most
the one at fault.
progressive person in
I
the
know.
world.
Like, what? Oh, no, I'm progressive. But college Sammy wasn't always that.
That's true.
You know, you have to grow into some of these things.
You got to become an adult.
Right. You
Like
know.
I said, this is who you are now. So get real familiar.
He's all right. He's kind of all
As long
right.
as he has a beard, he's fine.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Get out of here. All right. But who wants to go first? Now that we've got
Let's give it to TJ. That way he
TJ,
might
yeah.
be able to get through his list.
Right,
before.
because TJ may have to go at some point
Let
during
TJ
this
double it
time.
up, actually.
Yeah, yeah, TJ, you might need to double up a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll see how we get there. But what is your number
I can
5?
start.
Go ahead.
All right. Cool. Yeah, no. And I'm gonna try my best to not bounce. But for reals, college for me was like I don't think you guys quite understand. Like high school was just meh. Like I felt like my entire experience was very neutral, right? And so I'm thinking and building up like college in my goddamn head. Like I'm thinking like it's gonna be the door opening, the world oyster, like everything was just gonna change as soon as I hit college. So my number 5 college moment was actually my freshman year because I didn't go to so my alma mater is UT Austin. Still
Okay,
best
that's right. We got to
Good
establish
school.
our schools.
Good
UT
school.
Austin for TJ.
burnt orange, and which I actually didn't have any on me, like right next to me, because it's not like I bought a bunch of burnt orange shit. Because it's not like unless you're going to a game, like when do you wear burnt orange like that? But my number 5 is actually winter break of freshman year. Not because it was great, because that was my genuine first shit I'm broken college experience where I was locked without like access to the cafeteria or any of the food establishments, and we were snowed in for a week.
Wait, this was at UT?
No, he
No,
said he
this
did
was
go
at
to UT. For
I went
his
to
freshman
UT
year.
Tyler for a year.
Oh.
Hat program. So I was out in the wilderness in East Texas, like deep East Texas. And I'm certain that y'all guys have heard from these shows. There's nothing good in East Texas. There's no reason for you to
No,
drive
don't
out
ever.
there.
If you have melanin,
So
don't go to
imagine
East Texas.
being out there, snowed in, and all snowed in, man.
You're lucky to be alive.
Like there's no stores open. And yes, Tommy, I was lucky to be alive already. But
Legit
then
shit.
God tried to kill me. So I was losing on all fronts. But yeah, I was me and my buddy. Actually, y'all guys haven't met him, but you'll probably meet him next month. The name's Cosmo.
I've met Cosmo.
Yeah. Yes, you did. He was on my birthday. He was my roommate at the time, and we legit had to sanction off like 3 Hot Pockets. I had 2 things of ramen and a can of Heinz beans, like the British shit.
Right.
No.
Bougie. So, and that shit had to last us dead ass 5 days until like the Walmart opened up again. And
So this Texas snowstorm wasn't shit to you.
what's up?
This Texas snowstorm.
No, that's the thing. The Texas snowstorm warrant stores closing. The shit beforehand was just some ice and some shit. But now get
Yeah, we've never had
they
anything like the
ice.
snowpocalypse.
Shit, lock everything down. We have to escape. Like, and granted, the snowstorm this year proved why we are afraid of ice. But yeah, dude, like that was my first like genuine. I have nothing. Like money can't get me out of this scenario. Cafeterias ain't open. The vending machines, because there was other. Remember that there's other kids in this building, right?
Right.
Fucking, it was becoming like apocalyptic time where you're bartering and trading shit. I traded salt for some food, nigga. Like I'm not kidding. Like it was struggle bus season for that entire week. But I came out of that and I was just like so much more appreciative. But I was like, damn, I thought college was all funs and rainbows. And that first year, this is the only story that comes out of Tyler because that first year was super boring. But it just taught me like, yeah, hustling, grinding, and that you should always have an entire metric fuck ton of ramen on you at all time. Never. You see this shit? Like there's Doritos, but I've never not had shit ever again. I used to like my pantry game has upgraded so much. But yeah, number 5, Trapped in the Snowstorm, the original edition. But yeah, that's it.
Oh my god, I hate snow. I've decided that snow is my moral enemy.
I don't get it. Why do people like it? I don't understand. The shit's an inconvenience.
It's
it looks
terrible.
cute for 5 minutes.
like it.
You get
Can't
your
walk
pictures.
to my car.
Right.
I'm slipping and shit. I don't
Right.
like that.
Get some yak tracks. You'll be fine.
Like even
Where do you buy that in Texas?
no, but like even like in California, going to the snow is a thing you do. That maybe, but you got to get there. Why would you go there? Is
It's
the
your
real
choice,
question.
though.
Right, but why would you
Your
even
turn.
go?
snowboarding,
Just to train to see-
fireplace.
look.
Like it's great.
Look,
I have
what
a
people might not
fireplace.
realize.
No.
We had the snowpocalypse, yes. Before that, like 2 months or a month and a half before that, we had a nice snowstorm.
Right,
Electricity didn't go off. People were taking photos and shit.
right.
It was beautiful. My apartment complex looks like shit normally.
Right.
Looked like a winter wonderland that day. Just made everything
Right, I
perfect.
took pictures out in the
Who
balcony.
the fuck didn't? It was great. It was magical.
TJ did, or no, I'm sorry, JJ did.
Yeah.
And JJ's not a photo guy. Not
I
at
even
all.
took a few. But yeah, and then we had that's nothing. We can handle that. Then we had that other shit, and it was terrible. Sammy.
Right.
Yeah. So
I was there.
Oh yeah, you were.
You were here.
Saved my life. Yeah. I'm sorry you went through that, TJ. That was a Jordan Peele movie.
Like I don't get like, okay, so snow is cool for like this much.
Right.
This much.
Yeah.
Any more than that shit, it's overstayed its welcome. I don't want it. Now in Marco, I agree with you. Like if you're going to the snow, you're going to snowboard, but that's a choice. You have
Exactly.
a choice to put yourself in snow and take yourself away from
on
it.
your
and that's
terms.
fine.
Right. I'm just saying, I had a girlfriend that lived in Wisconsin, and I
Why?
dealt with. Shut up. It's called.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Is that how they do?
She didn't have that accent.
I mean, no,
That's
she
discipline.
kind of did. She
Yeah.
would say certain words like "biag" and stuff like that.
What?
Bag? Like, can you pass
That
me
was
that
too many
bag?
syllables.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And then she'd drink water from what you would call
three vowels.
a
Water?
Oh no, a water fountain.
Right.
A bubbler is what they call
Oh,
it.
get the fuck out
Yeah,
of here.
I don't understand Wisconsin. Point is, I went to go visit her. Fucking snowed for a good chunk of it, and I'm like, why do people live here? Why do they live
Yeah,
here?
there's a fucking football stadium in the middle of your neighborhood. Like, what's the point?
It just doesn't make any sense
Yeah.
why you're like, oh, snow.
I
This
saw
is gonna
Fargo.
happen.
It didn't look.
This is gonna happen every year. I'm gonna stay. Ain't no property that cheap worth it.
No.
I don't even think it's
I
that
want to
cheap.
live in the snow sometime. But Sam, go to your number 5.
Well, my number 5 is actually pretty straightforward. Mine was the end of college. But it's not like, oh, just like college ending. But I really enjoy, like, some of my better memories are kind of like the last 2 months where it was like I was locked in, I had everything going, and then this is kind of like, it's like this. It
Right.
was end of college / and then I think I've told the story before, getting my first girlfriend at that time. Like, it was a buzzer beater type of thing where it's
You
like
didn't get your first girlfriend
Until-
until senior year of college?
until 2 weeks before, like 3 weeks before it
Holy
ended.
shit.
I was lame, which is gonna be funny because my number 1.
So you wasted 3 years.
I didn't waste 3 years. Not at all.
Okay.
A lot of business connections, a lot of drinking.
Okay.
Shut up, Tommy. Let's put it this way. If it was post-college we're counting this, absolutely worth the wait. But it's nasty. Point being, I'm not going to divulge into the specifics. But, like, you know, It was dope as shit. Graduation, everyone's happy for
that
you.
guy?
That's my dad.
No, I know.
What do you get a lay?
Oh, that's you.
Yeah, it's me.
Holy shit! I thought that was a Hawaiian guy. Oh wow!
Hence the
I
ethnic.
told you, multiracial man.
Yeah, no, it's like you get money lays and regular lays, and there's my parents right there. My graduation
How did you not get drafted?
by.
They don't.
A very desperate team.
There's no football team in UC Santa Barbara.
You couldn't go to Cal?
Cal is a way better school. Cal's number 1, UCLA's number 2, we're number 3 when it comes to the UC
You
system.
could have bumped up a couple spots.
I applied to the UCLA incorrectly, so that's why I
Could've
didn't
been a
make it there.
walk-on.
I'd have flat feet and lack the drive, okay? But, go ahead, Marcos, you're saying?
No, it's a longer story and it'll prolong it. Your last 2 weeks were awesome. No, your last 2 months.
Last 2 months, like there I am happy as shit. And, university, that's the Stork Tower, right? Where that's where the film building is right there. So that was my view half the time. The reason why I bring it up just so much was just like, oh yeah, I'm like going through school, saying hi, partying, doing the things that I'm gonna do in my later, 4 through 1, and then it's like, oh, this girl thinks I'm cute. Oh shit, I got a girlfriend. Oh shit, she's playing with my willy. Oh shit, I'm graduating. Oh shit, the summer after's dope as fuck. It just was like a whole kind of like tumbling upward, like of me figuring everything out in my life.
Right.
It was kind of nice. And so like when I think about like, the end of college, people are like, oh man, it was the best years of my life. It was like, it was a really good time. Like it was a really good time where it was just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I thought I was dumb, but I was just like doing parties and going to events and free stuff they're giving away for graduates, and then enjoying that last bit of time, and then I ended up staying like 3 more years afterwards. But it was just like a hell of a good time. It will go along with the rest of my list. So that's my number 5. Was the last couple months of UC Santa Barbara. Class of 2012, go Gauchos.
Gauchos is
Yep.
your mascot?
Yeah, the Gauchos, man.
Pants?
No,
It's a chicken.
it's not a chicken.
What is it?
It's an Argentinian cowboy. Like a Mexican vaquero, white guy's a cowboy. Argentina, they have Gauchos.
Hey, man.
Why?
California is famous for the Argentinians.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
I mean, it could be named after the pants. We don't know.
It's the
Yeah,
pants.
no, the
It's
Phantom of the
definitely
Dome
pants.
or Olay. Let me look him up.
It's not a Red Raider or a cougar, but okay.
I mean, he is very weird. He's a very weird looking man. He's not terrible.
Is he like the Kool-Aid man?
It is. He was introduced like my second
that
year.
is-
It's
like-
offensive as fuck.
That was like my second year.
Jesus.
That's Olay.
That's like make the Hamburglar, but racist.
I know. My sister already called it a hamburglar. It's fine. And then let's see if I can hear the UCSB.
Oh, it's a terrible mess.
original.
I don't like this.
I don't like
Shut
it.
up. TJ's barely getting
like
it.
this. I've been muted for a second, but I don't like it.
Whatever, TJ. Nobody asked you. Anyway, going back to it. I'm trying to find the original logo. So that's the logo I had when we first got
You have
there.
one of those hats?
No, I did not. They don't sell them, which missed opportunity.
Big missed opportunity.
By the way, yeah,
Not good
1993.
at sports, so.
What are you talking about? We were national championship for soccer 2 years before I was there. My cousin
So
was
no
there.
one cares.
My cousin was there. We go to the dance all the time. We just don't
What
win it.
dance?
The
Soccer.
soccer
dad.
no, not
dance?
soccer. Basketball.
Really?
Yeah, we made the tournament this year. We just lost the first. We lost to Crichton.
Round of 64.
Yeah.
Hey, we won the Big West, motherfucker.
Oh,
Big
wow.
West, son.
I feel like that's easy to
But
do.
yeah, so that one right there, that was the Phantom of the Dome, because we have the Thunderdome is the name of our basketball stadium, and then they changed it in 2010 to that. So anyway,
It's no better.
I can't tell.
Marco.
But Marco, your number 5.
I'm just gonna audible this really quick, and it's just because I honestly didn't have fun at the end of college because I was nervous that I was gonna fail something. I don't know why. Like my anxiety got to me towards the end.
Yeah.
But so I did everything but one class. When I graduated, tech was like, you need one more foreign credit. It could be
shit.
anything. No,
Yeah.
well, I knew this
So
4
you,
months
so,
before.
you, so you were a victory lap senior, where you had to go one more summer semester.
Yes, but I
Okay.
didn't do one more summer semester because what I did was I took one class that was a week long, and it was a study abroad in Costa Rica.
Wait, what? Mm-hmm. That was an option at your school?
Yeah, because it was all I needed was 3
Lucky
college
son of a
credit
bitch.
hours, and it only cost me $3,000.
Oh my
Ooh,
God, that's a great
is that
trip
all,
too.
Is that all on loans?
What? Yes, that is the only college loan that I have.
But you got to
Wow.
go to Costa Rica.
But I got to
Oh,
go
that's
to
right.
Costa
That's
Rica.
right. You got your military, so you got your college paid for. Fuck.
Was it a vacay?
Yeah, it was honestly. We went to like
Did you
3
see
different
any
results. Yes, we got to go to like the only like wildlife area.
That's my favorite animal. It's my spirit animal.
I found like the green boa that's poisonous and shit when we were out hiking on the rainforest.
That's not a good thing, man. You don't want to find this crazy spooky boa.
I think that you do want to see those kind of things once in a while. It's just like when you go on a hike. Wouldn't you be mad if you went to Africa and didn't see one lion?
You would be pissed. That's kind of what you pay to go see.
Here's the thing. What was the class of?
So it was basically making a PR strategy for one of the national parks there.
And you had a week to do it.
Yeah, and we spent like 3 days at the national park, like getting to hold butterflies and do all sorts of shit.
That sounds like a huge fucking ripoff, but amazing. Like I don't know who's getting ripped off in this situation. It could be the school, I think. Where it's
so.
like, all right, we bring some of your students, they do some free work for us. They pay $3,000.
Yeah.
But
It's
they
not
get
a great
one
deal.
college credit? 5?
$3 college hours.
3 hours.
That's all I needed to graduate.
And
You
for
got to-
foreign
That's
domestic.
a way to end.
Yeah, and then because I was the only one that spoke Spanish or the most Spanish, I got to be like everybody's tour guide, and I got free drinks and free food everywhere I
They
went.
let you drink on this trip?
Yeah. Dude, I was 27, 26. Of course
But
me
they
drink.
let you drink. I guess because it's like there was
It's
time
adults.
outside of school type of thing.
You can drink on campus.
It's Costa Rica.
Like Costa Rica or Texas Tech.
Both.
It's Texas Tech. It's not.
You can drink on like if you're in like the
How
library.
do you
I
expect
thought it
us
was
to?
dry.
No, that ended a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
But it was. How do you expect us now to get rowdy for football games, dude? How do you expect us to
Yeah,
tailgate?
who's gonna-
Drinking on
how you gonna
campus? No, we
cheer?
had.
How are you going to cheer for Texas Tech if you're not just hammered?
I mean, yeah, you kind of need to be
Thank you for
drunk
Patrick
as fuck.
Mahomes, bro.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Fuck Patrick Mahomes. Anyway, was he in Costa Rica with you?
No.
Then he wasn't your friend. Anyway, we have a big argument that Marcos thinks that Patrick Mahomes is his best friend, and I have to remind
I
him
never
that
said
he
he was my
wasn't.
best friend. He was my neighbor in college. That's about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Right, and then he shared breakfast with them. Apparently, they held
I didn't
hands.
share.
It's not
breakfast.
true.
We
None of
collected
it.
trash together of all the fucking things.
Why?
Because he was my neighbor.
Oh, that's a thing you have to do.
No. He was my neighbor. So one day I woke up and I was still a smoker at the time, and he was up at 6 a.m. picking up trash, like because he just had a party.
He was picking up his cigarette butts from the night
So you
before.
decided to help him. This
Yeah.
guy's going to be in the NFL, maybe one of the best.
I didn't know he
quarterbacks
was
in
going to be in
life,
that.
and-
So here's the thing. I went to Texas Tech
Why
twice.
did you not befriend him, Marco?
Right. At least
I
do
didn't.
something.
So here's
Where's
actually I have
Super Bowl?
an
2
answer
years
for
in a
this
row.
because I also met Graham Harrell.
Who's that?
Yeah, exactly. Graham Harrell, when Texas Tech was ranked number 2 in
Yeah.
football, Graham Harrell was the quarterback. That's when
You
Michael
thought that guy
Crabtree
was going somewhere?
No, but it's just obviously he didn't make up anything in 2007. So
true.
why did I think Patrick Mahomes is going to be anything in 2016?
You got to pre-think these things, Marco. We could have been friends. He could have been on the show right now.
Wait, by the way,
100,000
you're talking about this snake though. Your Costa Rica snake.
Yeah, that was out that one.
That's poisonous
Yeah,
or venomous.
Or do they just strangle you?
I don't know what the difference.
Venomous
They don't
bite,
bu-
poisonous is touch.
Yeah, they bite you.
Venomous.
Well, those exist.
what?
If you touch a snake, you can.
Frogs
Oh, yeah,
mostly,
I know
but
that.
there may be a snake. I don't know snakes, but I know
you haven't
frogs.
seen Texas centipedes, by the way. They're great.
Fuck are Texas centipedes.
Oh, you think
They're
snakes
like
are
this-
scary?
Centipedes are scarier than fucking
They are
snakes.
terrifying.
Well,
Snakes warn you.
They're outside my apartment all the time. It's scary as fuck.
Oh man, let's bring one next time.
don't do that.
Just put it on Sammy.
If you put it on me, I will
You don't
probably
have-
break my
Don't
collarbone.
have those in California. That's some Australian type shit. Anywho,
Anyway,
my number 5
you're number 5.
is I'm an audible. This would have been my number 4, but I'll make it my number 5.
Okay.
So my second year in college, which I have a weird college experience. I went to a junior college a year and a half, then U of H for 2 years.
Right. What's your mascot?
For which one?
U of H.
A cougar.
The Cougar. That's
Yeah,
right. I just have to get it in my brain because I know
Right.
U of H is a big university.
Yeah, it's in the
It
hood.
is.
Yeah, it's great.
So,
But yeah, so if anyone knows, around that time, my second year, I was in Blinn, which is in Brenham. Well, not first year. It was in Brenham, and it's like not that far from Houston, so it's still the Houston area, technically,
right.
on the edge. So we would party in Houston there. So we went there to a club a little bit after Katrina. Not the best time to go to Houston.
right. Fair enough. Yeah.
We went to Club Coco Loco, which somehow got completely taken over by New Orleans refugees.
Okay.
It sounds like a place they would go.
Yeah, yeah.
Close enough.
Yeah, so somehow the DJ, everyone in there was just New Orleans based. It was Saint shit all over the place.
Okay.
And I'm like, wow, this is different. All right. It's just a lot of bounce music. It was jumping like they could party their asses off.
Right.
But the night got a little weird. This is my first real kind of city partying experience, like club and all that good shit.
Right.
So, yeah, the DJ's like, okay, fuck Katrina. Fuck Katrina. Yeah, they repeat it.
Right.
You know, and they say, hey, pull out your shit if you really want to fuck Katrina. And I'm like, what is happening right now?
Oh, man.
He meant gun.
I figured.
Yeah,
Either
so-
that or penis. And
That's what I'm saying.
I wasn't sure which of those
It wasn't an
gonna be.
orgy, so yeah.
Fair enough.
So they pull out.
It could have very well been.
Yeah, it
Katrina
could've
could have been just a girl that was there.
This is in a strip mall, mind you. This club.
All in a strip club? Or no,
A club at a strip mall.
I've been to a couple
strip
of those.
mall.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's Houston. That's a common thing.
I did not know that was a thing.
It's a common thing here. Yeah.
Fair enough.
So yeah, so they pull it out and just like I say, maybe 8, 9 guns. Just
Indoors?
Indoors. It was time to go. So I was in
Why?
Coco Loco for all of an hour, and I left, and that was one of my first club experiences. That was my second. The first I'll get to in number 4.
Wait, this was your first or second?
This is my second.
This is your second. The first
Same
one,
night, mind you, as my first.
Well,
Yeah, and this was All-Star Weekend, mind you.
just more and more.
Hilarious.
So your second club party. How old are you? 21?
Um,
Maybe 18.
20, but we had connections.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're
I was either
20 years
20 or
old.
21. Yeah.
You're 20 years old. A bunch of New Orleans refugees come in and shoot up your clubs.
I don't think refugee is the right word. I can't think of the proper term.
I think it is refugee.
It is
Okay,
refugees.
displaced peoples.
Displaced.
Yeah.
Well, they've made a home in Houston. Now that brings us back around for our number 4s. TJ, you've been there. What is your number 4?
Let me just preface this by saying, Sammy, you switched over the camera like at the worst times. Like every time I'm looking at my list, trying to get like this shit together for some of the.
I've been
stories
paying
of
attention. No, the worst times where you're just like this.
What's up?
You're just like this. This is the worst times when I switch over. You're fine. I don't ruin or embarrass you. Otherwise, just smile the whole time. Just keep on the TV news host where it's just like the anchor out there waiting for them to switch over.
No, not gonna do that.
Hi, my name is TJ. Number.
Yeah, I'm literally just gonna freeze frame it until someone just says something to me like.
I think that would work.
But yeah, no, my number 4. And so all the rest of my stories are from like my time in UT and onward. And so in my layers of experience within UT, one of them was definitely going from my sophomore to junior year. Okay. Up until that point, and y'all guys get a nice glimpse of him right now, actually, I was chunky and thick that entire time.
Oh, I thought you meant like diabolical TJ. I thought this was the time when TJ became diabolical.
Kind of actually, but my number 4 and moment story. I don't know how to describe it. So the summer that I went from sophomore to junior or freshman, whatever, sophomore to junior.
You went between years at some point.
Between 2 years, like I kid you not, like I went into the hyperbolic time chamber. I was in the forest. I was training for 3 months. And so when I came back, I was literally my best, sexiest form I could be. I'm talking like, I look at pictures back then, I was like, damn, I was a monster. But the best part about it was like the looks on people's faces, like who never judged or nothing like that. They were just like, where the fuck have you been? What happened? Like, where'd you go?
So your number 4 is the glow up.
Yeah, I was about to say.
The glow up, baby. That's what it is. Like that was like, but that was also in terms of like my personality and just things like I definitely had come into my own. I was like way more like I probably was able to carry a conversation like how I am now, stuff like that. So everything just like I never had a problem with the conversational piece. I was just like pretty much just brought it to the forefront and combined it with the glow, and it was just off to the races from like the start on. Girl I was talking to, you straight up was like, that first week was like, "Hey, you trying to come through or something?" I was like, "Yeah, of course." Like I was, just, and that was just. And everything kicked off from there. That's when I started bartending.
Don't you fucking lie to me. This is the beginning of TJ being diabolical.
TJ, yeah.
This is the origin story of TJ.
No, TJ became diabolical like... That's a different point in time.
Okay, that's his number 4 or his number 3. Let's forgive me.
Yeah, never said that. But honestly, it was just also like for me, it was kind of like really one of those layers where there's just so many people in college and so many variables of like what can happen that like you really are able to build yourself however you want to, right? Like
right.
My presence on campus completely changed because this is like my second year at UT, and so I definitely had a couple friends. My number 2 speaks as to why like I really like was just almost like a complete fresh clean slate coming into the year, but it was as if everything just clicked on the social aspects, and so I really got to go out more. Like that first month when it's syllabus month, right? And you're just getting into your classes. Oh man, it was as if everything just brightened up. It was like I went from black and white to color vision. It was wild.
It was like Wizard of Oz, where you just go through the door and then all of a sudden just.
Dude, I clicked my boots 3 times, dude. And I was through.
He spun around like a princess. Yeah, Sparkles started coming down. Little people started showing up and singing.
But the funniest part was, so said girl, right? This was all considering that. I still had the mindset of good old sweet old school town TJ, right? So like when a girl was like, "Hey, you want to come through? Like you trying to watch a movie?" I legit went over trying to watch a movie. I was like, "Hey,
what was the movie? What was the movie?"
Okay, so the
because real quick, just while I give you time to think, mine was The Dark Knight. She's like, I want to come over and watch a movie, and I was like, okay, I got The Dark Knight.
You're so stupid.
I know. I don't remember.
We all are.
We all are.
I don't remember the first one. I'll be honest. Like
to make the movie.
For me, I didn't remember shit, dude. I was like a girl into meat.
Yeah, you can't wrap your head around.
I was overwhelmed at the time. I do remember the second or third time I went over because, funnily enough, it was The City of God, and I actually watched the movie. I said, "Get out of here!" After the whole girl away. But yeah, number 4 was the glow up. It was like just that month. Like I go back and I remember it sometimes just being like it really like my coworkers, my boss at the time, like put me on like. It's as if their personalities and attitudes, not personalities, but their attitudes were just like mind blown. It was awesome.
Right.
And it's the same look. Like I love like having that look in people's eyes. It's why I learned Japanese to like have that look when it's like, oh shit, like what just happened?
Teach me Japanese.
So
why do you want to learn Japanese?
I want to go to Japan.
What's up?
Tommy wants to learn Japanese.
Just the basics
for that.
Wait,
help me out, TJ.
When I learned Japanese?
No,
I want you to teach me Japanese.
He wants you to be his sensei.
Yeah.
More black people need to know how to speak Japanese.
Bro, more black people need to learn to speak other languages. Yes, I support it.
Yeah, I'm learning how to speak Portuguese. I just want to add another one to my arsenal.
No, that's for your own selfish
It
needs.
Absolutely is. But
that's for his trip to Brazil.
Japan kind of is too.
I'm about to say, I just looked at a chart, and literally the second most spoken language in almost every state is Spanish.
Right.
I don't know it, but you're learning Portuguese?
Skipped right over it.
To Japan?
Good.
I mean, because like,
I know enough.
New Orleans, Louisiana is French.
Yeah, I know a little French.
Like, there's German. I want to say in like Iowa or some bullshit, one of the northern states.
Well, they taught German in LaGrange because it's
French,
a Czech German
I think in Maine, a couple of ones in French in there, and then like a native island.
I know a little German
Alaska.
and a little French. I completely ignored Spanish.
And Tagalog in Hawaii, but everything else is Spanish.
Yeah. I skipped over it.
But TJ's number 4.
I didn't want to be basic.
The glow up, baby.
The glow up, like, and he learned Japanese.
Most of the world speaks Spanish. I want to do something different, Sammy. Let me be different, Sammy.
It's true. Let him be unique, baby.
Thank you. So
Sam,
Portuguese and Japanese.
4. Is it different from TJ's number 4? Or is it just the glow up as well?
I didn't do my
think
number
you ever
4.
had one of those.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Oh shit. That was long number 4.
Did
you
That was
have
long
one?
number 4.
Did you have a glow up?
So no. The answer is no. So
Shocker.
what ended up happening was my number 3 will explain a little bit. But I just lost a bunch of weight, like by accident. So it was just kind of like, oh, people are noticing me because I lost a bunch of weight, and then I just gained it all back in my senior year. Not like a bunch. I was still lean. No, it was not on purpose. I'll explain it. I'll explain it. But my number.
bitch.
I'll explain it.
Okay.
But my number. Well, no, I was in relatively good shape because I walked everywhere on
You're
campus.
number 4.
Hey. I pace this the way I want to pace it. You can't just tell me to explain something, stop me,
He's the
and then
director.
what the one since fucking when?
Always.
Since he got glasses?
He keeps
Fuck
this
him and
thing
his
moving.
glasses.
What's your number 4?
Yeah.
My number 3, fuck you guys.
Okay, that's fine.
My number 4 was a brotherhood that I developed. Not
You're
with
in a fraternity.
Mexicans. Not my fraternity. I've talked about that before, but not fraternity.
Yeah.
This is the brotherhood I've forged with my film buddies. My number 4 is the film class squad that I invented with my guys, and it started with Film 96. Film 96 is a film analysis class that is the hardest writing class at UCSB. And it's a prereq class to get into the major of film. So what essentially that entails was it's a quarter system, so it's 10 weeks at a time, and you have to write a 10-page paper every 2 weeks. So you get topic. By the end of the second week, you've already written a 10-page paper on that while you're doing the next topic, starting halfway through the next topic. So you had to do one on like lighting, sound, time. So we're getting all these bullshit French films,
That's familiar.
weird nonsense, and then having to write a fucking 10-page paper in a specific format that my teacher needed it to be written in.
Yeah, it wasn't quite. Oh yeah, your teacher sucked.
My teacher, no, it was like one where you had to get a book called Edit This,
Yeah.
and you had to essentially be the perfect editor for your writing. Everyone fails the first essay, and by the end of it, you hopefully get a C.
Editing is the shittiest one to do.
Yeah, so editing your papers, and I'm one that's just, I write the paper and I'm done. I don't fucking think
No,
about
I
it.
meant just the subject of editing.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no, sound. My final paper
Sound
was
sucks,
sound
too. Yeah.
on Black Swan. That was
my
cool.
God.
No, the
was
sound
cool.
in Black Swan is
I
amazing.
haven't seen Black Swan.
Black Swan, listen with headphones. But I want to show you the aftermath because the guys are there let's see.
Do they have real names?
Yes, these are all real
Okay.
names. It was Oscar, Evan, Matt. God damn it, they're all here. Point being, that was the end of Film 93. Those are
What is
pictures
that?
of beer.
Oh, okay.
That is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us. That's a
Beer
picture
pong,
each.
It looks like.
That's Ryan, who lives in Seattle. Yeah, there we go. But we were just drinking. We burned our readers with the Buster Sword from Final Fantasy. And
Good
we had, instead of books, we had like readers printed out things for our teacher, like reading
What
materials.
year was this?
This was my junior year, if I'm not mistaken.
Lord.
This crew
Still a
went,
virgin at
This
this
crew,
point, correct?
yes.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Yeah.
All
Why are
right.
you?
It explains the sword.
Yeah, it does.
What are
I'm
you
just
talking
making
about? There's
sure.
a girl there. Lauren was cool.
She looks super uncomfortable.
She because look at what we're doing. There's a
Yeah.
bottle of Kraken rum, and we're pouring the Kraken rum.
Was she
onto
the only girl
bonfire. No, there's a couple inside, but not a lot. It was film
So
class.
the guy.
TJ, shut the fuck up! Don't you stay over there laughing. And also, Tommy,
Yeah.
please don't use the rest of this podcast to be like, "Oh, you were a virgin there. You were a virgin there."
Now I have to. I wasn't. But
That
I have
is-
to now. That's how I'm gauging the time here.
I mean, if
I-
his last
well,
one
so-
canonically was the last one, he is a virgin for the rest of his list. Yes. I can do that.
he's right. Thank you, Marco. Okay, so I don't have to ask you now.
Sammy,
Okay, it's nothing wrong with that.
I'm
You're a
just
late
let you
bloomer.
know, I'm over here chilling. There's a delay, so I don't get to see the photo until like at least like a bit. That's why it caught me. Like that.
To be fair, Lauren does look mad uncomfortable, but like, she's in the background just cowering in fear. It's
Oh,
fun.
God,
Yeah, she's
I
right
feel
there.
terrible
Nah,
for
she
her.
was really cool.
You had to break the sword out in front of her.
No, that wasn't at her house. That was that guy's sword, Zach's sword.
Oh,
And then
jeez.
so no, we were just drinking,
This was
having a
fun to
good
you.
time. This was amazing
Okay.
because that class was so fucking hard. And then we did the final, And then we just got blackout drunk immediately after. We stayed up we were all together during this time.
Nobody
Stayed
had
up-
a job, clearly.
No, I mean, we had jobs, but we had taken this finals week. It's 1 week, you just take off for classes,
God,
and then you do your shifts in
God,
between.
Californians are slackers, dude.
Yeah.
What are you talking
I mean,
about?
I
I
didn't
gotta say,
never
like,
took
10
off.
pages a week isn't really that much.
Not really.
Yeah.
What the fuck are
actually
you
a good
talking
deal.
That was
about?
like 1301 English for us.
Right,
Holy
but
shit.
I don't think you guys could pass it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm a better writer than both of you.
That's very much not
Yeah,
true.
you,
But
better, you better say both of them. Better not look at me, boy.
I'm just better
we're all
at most
better writers
things.
than them. We know that.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm
I mean,
an amazingly eloquent
I wrote
writer.
a comic I didn't
Let's
finish.
bring a woman on to judge this
Yeah, right.
because
Oh, no, don't do that. It's fine.
Wait, a woman
Continue,
on to
Sammy.
judge the whatever. Point being, it's the reason why I'm so great at film analysis. But the idea was, shut up.
You hate everything.
Yeah.
Right, because nothing is as good as those French weird films that I had to overanalyze. All right.
You have to watch 8.5, I believe.
I don't know what the fuck, but anyway. But to kind of paint the picture,
You are a disgrace.
took
to
our
film.
fucking time. We all had fucking jobs and internships. We're just better
Sure
at
you
managing
did.
time. We're just better than you. It's
You
fine.
guys are lazy in
It's
California.
It's fine.
It's
we're,
okay.
We're better than
Continue,
you.
Sammy.
I am continuing because we're better than you.
oh man, I'm liking this new trend of triggering Sam once an episode in the Sing Countdown.
It's a great trademark.
Better school than UT. Better school than a school you didn't even graduate from.
Statistically,
Better school
not
than
so.
Texas Tech.
Doesn't matter when you majored in film.
Unnecessary
Yeah,
shade.
You go away. TJ goes away and he's gone.
It doesn't hurt my
TJ is
feelings.
and he's muted and he's gone
I
forever.
only had to, drop out of college to take care of my sick father. But that's all right. It's cool.
Do you want me to be as mean as you guys are being mean to me right now? TJ knows. TJ knows where I'm going. You want some, Tommy?
Sit below the belt, guy.
I didn't say
Jeez.
nothing. I didn't say
Oh,
nothing.
You are a cruel man.
I didn't say
that hates
nothing.
dogs.
I didn't say nothing.
Number 4, are we on?
My number, yeah. You guys want to keep going? You guys want to keep going?
Yeah.
I'm over here talking about overnight
Being a virgin.
study.
Keep going. It's fine. Go.
Overnight study.
Yeah.
Drinking.
Tell
No,
me,
doing it-
TJ has a point.
What did he sing? He said stop. He said stop, you guys. But
We stopped.
drink. No, we'll probably drink. Yeah, we drank while studying. Overnight study. Did the test after 10 weeks of brutal schooling. And then just immediately went to getting blackout drunk and then drinking all the way through the night. That was all the same day. All the pictures
You know
and
what
drinking.
I feel?
I don't
I'll
care
make
about your
this quick,
feelings.
Marco. I feel like you all felt you were like Mark Zuckerberg in The Social Network.
There
I
was a
feel like you
couple.
guys
No,
thought that
there was
you
a
were-
couple in our
I could tell in that
orbits,
group. Yeah.
but not in these guys.
Okay.
Like these guys were friends. There was another guy that was like,
Like
I'm going to
this-
be the new film director.
A lot of
there
motherfuckers
was,
thinking they were going to be the next Quentin Tarantino.
there was about 3 or 4 of them in our circle-ish.
Yeah.
One was a horror guy. One was like a general comedy, like or not comedy, but general like drama guy.
Oh my
and there was a couple of smaller ones. I know their names. They were there.
a lot of guys clicking refresh on the girl's page on Facebook.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But and one of them was like a handsome dude, Indian dude. He's pretty good. Just nothing came of it. I think he's working in Hollywood now, but he's
Hey,
not
man,
the guy like
look,
you wanted to be.
I went to film school also, and most of the people I went to film school with either just married doing regular shit. A lot of them work at like news networks.
Right. Yeah.
Shit like that. Yeah, real common.
Yeah. A lot of them are struggling right now because of COVID, and I do apologize
Yeah,
for
it
that.
sucks.
But
COVID be rough.
that COVID be rough. Sorry, film guys. But that was a great fucking time. Fuck that class.
As long as
But
you
it made
had
me a
good
better
time.
writer. It made me a better person. And knowing those guys made the rest of my senior year fucking awesome. Those guys were dope.
Yeah.
Well, when we go on to everybody else's number 4,
Yes.
All right, I'll make mine quick.
let's make sure everybody's friendly. Yay!
Hey, Marcos.
Unfortunately,
remember-
mine is a shot at TJ.
I'm about to say.
Oh, no.
Well, I was gonna say like Marcos is your number 4 when you got HPV or something, you bastard. Like, are we just
Wow,
gonna bring up
that-
embarrassing things?
Well, that's what. If we had done high school, then yes, there would be a lot of embarrassing things on my list. But you didn't do anything in high school, so
No.
we have to talk about college.
Clearly, he didn't do much there. Go ahead, Mark. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sammy.
So here's my shot at TJ. I get to bag on TJ a little bit this time.
What's up?
So, TJ, I think only me and TJ got to experience this. Going to a big school, you get to see big sports. So, Big 12 football, I got to see the catch that Michael Crabtree made to beat UT and send them out of going to the National League Championship.
So you're dumb. Gotcha.
I mean,
rivalry.
I watched that on TV. That was pretty fucking dope. Not gonna lie.
It was great.
It was, in general, my list, or my number 4, is going to Texas Tech during Mike Leach's my air raid years. That's...
Oh, I love those years. I can't even lie. I'm a UT fan. Well, Cougar fan first, but
Well, he's a Michael
realistically-
Crabtree, right?
Yeah, that's Michael
that was
Crabtree.
that
Got
was
his chain snatched. You know him.
Oh yeah. He also sucked the shit out of him. But no, that's one of the greatest post game interviews I've ever seen in my life. Have you seen the post game interview
I
after he caught
remember.
that shot? Oh my
I
god.
was storming the field, so I didn't.
Of course you was.
Oh,
Texas Tech.
Is he
Yeah,
Matt
animals.
Crabtree post game college? Let's see if I can find it real quick. My great post game catch interview. It's Crabtree. God damn it! Where is it? That's like one of the most famous interviews. NCAA. Anyway,
Forgot that we got to be on the cover of the NCAA football game the next year.
there we go.
One timeout.
Oh,
left
let's
here
just
for
watch the
Texas
play.
Tech.
Let's see what that
8
looks
seconds.
like. 25-second clip.
Second down now.
So you were at this game.
Yeah.
Deep strike. Got the big man.
Fans get to go for free.
Crabtree pulls free.
Houston's.
And touchdown. Red Raiders with a second to go.
See, that's Graham Harrell.
Is that Colt McCoy?
That is Colt McCoy.
And so, but anyway, I can't find it for whatever reason. One of the greatest post-game interviews. He's like, yeah, I saw it in my mind. like his eyes were all big and he was like zoned out. It was the funniest
Sounds
shit.
like Michael Crabtree.
Yeah, he was like, I
Oh,
saw
man.
it.
They
I
said
saw it in
that-
my mind. And they made it like a proto meme early on.
Well, his reaction time to catch that ball was like 0.4 of a second or something like that. Like, he walks up and then, like, he turns and he has, like, less than half a second to catch that ball.
Jesus Christ. Let's see. Oh my God. I just wish I could. Nope, it doesn't exist anymore. They got rid of it. Anyway.
Yep.
Sorry, TJ. That's just the way it goes sometimes.
Hey, it's all good. By the time I was through my UT years, nothing was happy. So it's all good.
Fair enough.
Big sports are dope
Continuing
to watch
to
us
this day.
lose.
Yeah, it's not a good look. It's
I like how
terrible.
you're like, don't be argumentative on these shows, and then you
No,
immediately
no,
shit on
don't
everybody.
be argumentative on the shows we're trying to be constructive, Mongrel Radio and Mexicanos. This is the dumb one that whenever we start arguing, I'm like,
It's fine.
argue then.
Yeah,
Fine.
He'll tell us when to argue. That's his job. He's a director. He
Fine
runs
then.
this.
Tommy, what's your number 4?
And Tommy doesn't get to speak anymore.
Oh no! Hey, thank you,
And
Mark.
This side doesn't get to speak anymore, and nobody except me and TJ get to speak anymore. I'm not fixing it either. Mostly because I forgot whose mic's which. So everyone's getting boosted. All right.
Okay. Well, my number 4 is I figured it out. I didn't know exactly what year. What 2006? Great year. Not really. Post Katrina, Houston is where I'm partying because hey, I'm young, I'm fearless right now. I was 20, I believe.
Right.
Yeah, 20 years old. Or 21, whatever. But it was All-Star Weekend in Houston. Second club we went to was Coco Loco. That happened, so we weren't there long. But the first changed my life. The whole weekend actually changed my life.
Okay.
If I'm being honest with you. It was my first big kind of event type thing. It's All-Star Weekend, so it's just insane in the city. A lot of black people in Houston, so yeah.
Right. Historically.
Yeah. Plus we had a lot of Louisianians.
Right.
In New Orleans
So
people.
it was a very
black weekend.
It's rivaling Atlanta at the time.
Kind of, because, New Orleans didn't get along with Houston and vice versa. But, so the first club I went to, well, let me prefix this. This weekend I tried a lot of things for the first time. A lot of things.
Fair enough.
One particular thing I tried for the first time. Changed my life, Sammy. Changed me forever. And so this was the first time I did that. On top of that, my cousin, who's like a sister to me, had a friend named Winnie.
Okay.
Winnie was gorgeous.
Okay.
So it was my cousin Winnie, and we were staying with our best friend Chris from LaGrange,
Right,
Houston.
right.
So that's how the weekend was going
Marcos,
so
get off
far.
your fucking phone.
I'm looking for a picture. You got a picture of your crew? I get to find
Let him
one.
get a picture of his
Fine,
crew.
You've been on your phone this whole fucking time.
Let
You
him.
know how
Tell him
hard it
it's-
is to find a picture from 2007?
Yeah, you interrupted my
Very
story
easy. Anyway.
to be a dick.
Well, because I'm trying to listen to your story. And he's just like,
He's
scrolling.
fine. Keep doing what
Man,
you're doing.
I guess college is really coming out of all of us.
It is. Really, a lot of immaturity in here, TJ.
just saying.
But anywho, the weekend's already setting up to be something pretty special. So I did that for the first time, got super duper drunk.
Okay.
And then we hit the town to party. First club we went to was called Candy Shop. It's
They played
2006, mind you.
I
I was about to say, did
I-
they play the 50 Cent song?
They did it a lot. They did it a lot. Hey, Lean With It, Rock With It was topping the charts at the time, I believe.
So you were in
Them
fact
franchise boys.
leaning with it.
I was wearing a tall tee, Sammy.
Oh no!
A
White?
tall tee,
White?
a white, crisp, tall tee with the dog chain, with a bejeweled dog
Yeah,
chain.
we get it. No, we know Chris Brown. We got it.
And a New Era hat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with those.
Yeah.
I still wear them.
And the shorts that were below the knees. So it's in some Air Force One. That was my wardrobe.
I just now I'm imagining.
Painting the picture.
I'm just imagining you there. Like, see if you can run. Like I'm just
Had to be
imagining
fly.
Tommy
Yeah.
with
Circa
baggy ass
2006.
jeans,
Yeah, it was not my fashion.
crisp,
I had to fit in.
crisp,
You get in to fit
tall
in.
tee.
I was trying to get the ladies. That's how you dress in Houston, so that's what I did. And so we go to
It is true.
It's very true.
Right.
So we all go to Candy Shop, all four of us.
By the way, no pictures exist at all.
They do, and they will never be seen.
Fair enough.
It actually might be some on my Facebook. Believe it or
I was
not.
about to say, like, clubs in Houston, they just don't last long enough.
They don't. We also went to Mike Jones's club called Ice Age.
Mike Jones.
Who? Yeah, it was nobody there. It was
Aw.
nobody there. And then so that's when we went to Coco Loco. But Candy Shop was popping, and it was like the quintessential 2006 hip hop video on that bitch. Like
Okay, yeah.
You had video girls on the little podiums, all that good stuff. A lot of colors, and I was just mesmerized. I was mesmerized by ass because I had tried something before the evening started, as I'd mentioned, and
Right.
it just enhanced everything. And so, yeah, I had a great time, flirted with some chicks, danced with some chicks for the first time, just kind of let loose. And then at the end of that night, I flirted with Winnie, and yeah, we had a good time. So it was just an overall, that's my American Pie story, you know?
I mean,
It's
yeah,
a black American Pie story.
I believe it.
All-Star Weekend.
All-Star Weekend, and then
Bumping them franchise boys.
so at some point you were still able to secure things after running away from the gunshot club.
Yeah, it was all fun. It was all in good fun. You're fearless when you're young, Sammy. We were
Yeah, I guess
fearless.
so. You're still like, oh man, we almost died.
Yeah. Thinking
I
about
should
sex.
probably get
and
laid still,
partying.
though. I
Yeah,
still
that was
want
it. That was all. I was like, yeah, it's not going to happen here. Let's go. Yeah, so,
right.
yeah, so that was a great night and a life-changing night. And I was never the same since. That's when this Tommy you see before you was born. And yeah,
Man, that's
you don't want to know the Tommy before.
I want to make fun of him
You should.
because he probably doodles, and I probably would have bullied him, and I was lame.
But I was about to say, like, with everything you described, you just beat him up.
Probably.
I've beat up dudes with tall tees before. It's easy.
I mean, yeah, the tall tees are intimidating. They didn't mean anything.
I'm just saying. You're probably wearing the baggy pants.
Yeah. The eight
Foot
Air
in the
Force
middle
Ones.
into the baggy pants. Pull
Foot
the shirt
in the
up.
middle.
Yeah, because they're dragging. So if you kick it right, if they're sagging enough, they really sagged in California.
They sag a lot.
They were like knee down to the knees.
Look, put it this way: it was this much from pant to shoe. That was the distance.
Okay,
from
fair
pant
enough.
to shoe.
I'm just
This is
kidding.
how much skin was showing
And then you had
on my
like
leg.
the fanciest bathing ape boxers.
Coogee. That's what was popping back then. Baby fat,
Baby.
Coogee, Sean John, Rockaway. Take your pick, Sammy.
So the funny thing is that we're just enough age difference where that's all my high school shit and that's your college shit. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay,
Yeah,
the
makes sense,
translation's
right?
there.
Yeah.
Well, that brings us to TJ's number 3. TJ, you're over here sitting in silence, hoping that we get along, but alas, we haven't. What is your number 3?
I mean, I'm just trying. I'm not there, so I'm sure y'all guys don't kill each other. I'm also on a delay on the visual side of things.
Yeah,
so like
you're freezing
sometimes
right
I'm
now.
sitting
You're
here
coming,
like,
you're coming back. You're coming
why
back.
is Marcos doing? It's like a Chinese movie. Like, oh, could you hear me?
Yeah, we're hearing you.
fine.
You're just coming in a little pixelated, a little delayed, just waiting for your internet to
So you
come
can't
back.
hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Oh, I don't care about that. I was just saying it's like a Chinese movie. Essentially, what's happening to me, that's like what's for y'all. So it's pretty funny. Because like Sam will be talking and then Marcos' mouth will be moving. But my number 3 is actually super simple. It's something that was awesome to happen during my college years, and thanks to all of those things. Oh my gosh, all of those things. That's why I'm here today. My number 3 was getting to meet all of the people with Double Toasted and getting invested in that community.
You were in college when that happened?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I was at the end of college. Because I was at college for a minute. So, but yeah, it was an awesome experience when I got to meet Tommy. It's when I got to meet Sammy. When I was bartending at the time, I was still doing classes.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was still doing classes. And then right after that, like by the time I was in that apartment, Sammy, I was probably afterwards. But
Right.
But yeah, no, I remember it happened because I saw Ray on intramural fields, so over our 51st Street, and like I just remembered Ray, and it was like because I worked for the intramural program, so I was the supervisor, a ref. I was a ref, and then I turned to a supervisor. Essentially, and then I remember seeing the name list, and I was like, "Oh, Ray, he does that. Like he with Double Toasted, right?" So I said, "What's up?" I said, "Oh yeah, like you on there." Looking to meet you. And he was just like, "Oh man, come through the studio." And I know they say that a lot, right? But like there's not a lot of direction. And if you email the dude, sometimes you might get an. So eventually I got the information and the rest is history. So yeah, it's my number 3. Very simple. It was awesome experience. I counted as part of the college time because that's when it started, and made some really good homies because
And he regrets every minute of it.
No.
Not really.
That happened to him. What are you talking about?
I regret every minute of it.
You wouldn't have met us.
Yeah. He doesn't care.
No,
He would have known me. Wait.
No,
No, he wouldn't have. Yeah.
I would have known you. Wouldn't have known you. You wouldn't have known me because you were in the military when that happened. I was already
No, I
in
got
it.
out.
He got out, and then it was me that he met, and then TJ gave me free pizza. That's how you know that's a good friend right there. Is they go, "Oh
From
yeah,
the jump.
here's free pizza," and I'm like, "Who is this guy who gave me free pizza?" He's like, "Oh, I know you from the Mexcellence and
I gave
Double
you
Toasted."
a beard.
Huh?
I gave you a beard.
A beard?
Why?
Because we met at the park. Like that's where Martin and everybody else was.
gotcha.
Like yeah.
I have photos from there. I wonder if I had the time I'd be able to find that era TJ, but alas.
I saw that Asian dude again. He brought a football and he was like, "Why doesn't anyone want to play with me?" And I'm like, "Everyone's fat. I'm sorry."
Everyone's fat, and it's 98 degrees in
Yeah,
humid.
that's a very bizarre request.
Yeah, and they
Is he
literally
like a tourist in like Texas football?
No, he was just the guy that brought we were at the park.
Yeah.
We had food and drink and good times, and he wanted to play catch. And all of it, it was blazing hot.
It's nothing
and
that
all
makes
of
that
us,
sound right.
literally all of us were either big fat dudes
Yeah.
or just gigantic nerds that never caught a football.
that's-
Emo was there. Emo and me were.
He's a gigantic nerd.
That is a sit your ass down moment if ever I've seen one.
Right, we all disappointed him. I think another fat
You should
dude.
just threw it really far, so he just had to go. Like, I'll keep
He
him
wasn't
busy.
fat, surprisingly enough. He just wanted to play catch. He wanted to have a catch.
Play fetch instead.
I guess. But that brings me to my number three.
Yeah.
Number 3 is now we're getting into the actual meat of it. What?
We're just now getting to the meat of number 3. It's fine. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
No, the other stuff was fine.
Something good. It wasn't.
It was-
something good.
It was
Boring. Something good.
girls, film class struggles. You weren't in the shit like I was.
I was in
You'll
film
never
school.
understand.
It was
in
easy
this
as fuck for
You
me.
were not in the shit. Yeah, but that's talk about rankings and shit. Come on.
I mean, I've seen more movies than you. That has to count for something.
Yeah.
We both went to film school. I just didn't graduate.
Or make a film.
I made a short film.
Where is
It was
it?
in South by Southwest.
I made a
It's-
film when I was 16. That's not really an accomplishment.
I made
Exactly.
a film in film school.
So-
it's out there in the internet.
I filmed and media
World.
studied, all right? I didn't need to make a film. I just had to study them. Anyway, point
Sounds
being,
easier.
It does.
not when you do it like we do. Point
California
being,
it is. Go ahead.
shut the fuck up! You keep talking. Speak was spoken to. God damn it.
All right, what's number 3? You went to a
three.
concert?
No,
I
I'm
don't
gonna-
like this tonality today. I'm not loving it.
Yeah, TJ's
Nobody
not
asked you to
like it.
fucking love it, TJ. You shut the fuck up too. I'm kidding. No,
God.
he was the nicest person to me today. Out of all of us, out of all you
trying to
motherfuckers, he's
keep
been
it
the
peaceful.
he had me a nice pep talk earlier in the day,
didn't work.
and you guys ruined it.
No.
You ruined
We're here
it,
for
TJ.
you.
They undid all your work, all your goodwill and work. They undid it in
right.
one stroke.
Hey, look, I'm keeping my cool, but don't get it twisted. Y'all niggas keep this up, I'm gonna get crunk. So on to your number
Number
3.
three.
I kind of want to see him get crunk.
No.
If I gotta get crunk, he's gotta
You
get
don't wanna
crunk
see it.
also.
Be on call, be damned. Don't drive my ass over.
Do something.
With a
Be here on
baseball
time
bat.
like you said you were. Goddamn kidding. He wasn't even know if he was on the show. Point being, my number 3 was partly in joining my organization that I was a part of for a long time, Hermanos Unidos. That's the part of it, but it's actually the stuff that we did for people. So the organization wasn't a frat. We didn't pledge. We didn't have to do anything. You just show up. We did events, and we had 3 pillars: academic excellence, community service, social interaction. Okay? What?
Pussy.
What?
If you didn't have to attach jumper cables to your balls for a frat pledge, you did not have a college experience.
You're weak.
sir.
You're weak, and you're
Oh no, I know.
swayed by people.
I was never in a frat. I was too cool for that shit. But
No,
you
you were-
needed that.
What are you a
You need a
frat?
brotherhood.
No, I
But
don't.
you didn't have the beard, so they had no choice but to like you, beard or no.
No, they
Because
didn't like.
you were
Half of them
brothers.
didn't like me anyway. There's a lot of us.
They were forced to though.
Why did they
No.
not like you?
Oh, because they were a bunch of dickheads. They thought they were cooler. That's all it was.
It was a
It's
Revenge of the
clicky.
Nerds type
it's clicky.
situation.
No, it's just it's so
But it can't be Revenge of the Nerds if they're in the same frat.
it's not a frat. That's the thing.
Oh,
Frats,
Jesus.
no, frats suck each other's dicks and give each other,
a weird
butt
They fuck
massages.
ghosts, it's fine.
Yeah,
But
they fuck ghosts. And so they have that bond that they go, oh, I have to like you because you saw
'Cause
me
you can
fuck a goat
blackmail
one
me.
time.
Yes,
yeah,
that's all it is.
exactly.
Right.
Right. This was like, okay, we all agree on the same things that we like,
Mm-hmm.
so let's just do them together. And that was part of it. And now, when you got to other elements, when you have 70, 80 college dudes, not everybody's going to be best friends.
True.
There's just too many people.
Yeah, but usually it's just like you fell under the radar. You're saying they disliked you?
Oh, but it was less about dislike. Like, it was not like a personal thing. It was just like, oh, we're the cool ones, and then they're the lame ones. And so, depending on who you asked, I was also a cool one and a lame one. So that's just what it was.
Okay.
It's clicky and weird, and the
What are
girls had it even worse because there was even more of them, the hermanas. But what?
What are the other 2 pillars? You said academic.
So academic excellence, community service, social interaction.
Okay.
So I'm going to focus on the 2 of them because the other one is involved in one of my favorite events.
Right.
That will be later. But academic excellence, we had to log in. There was 90 hours of academic hours in the library to be a member, like an active member. And we would go on the 2nd floor of the UCEN at UCSB, which if I took a picture of it now, I would say a UCSB library. I wouldn't even be able to understand it because they remodeled the whole motherfucker while I was gone. Like, this shit apparently is in there. We did not have this. We had this thing. It was all janky and stupid and terrible. But we hung out on that 2nd floor where it was not the quietest floor because that was near the top.
And an orgy broke out.
No, we were just able to get shit done. No, Tommy.
It's a boring story.
Tommy. The next 2 are the best.
Okay.
Because here's the thing. This is where all the seeds were planted for the academic part, was where all the seeds were planted because there would be all the homegirls there would be there too.
Right.
So you're studying with them, you're talking with them, you're getting to know them, you meet their friends, and okay? But the other thing I liked doing was also the community service stuff. One of the things that we did was we threw on a Thanksgiving dinner for all the janitors for the school. So all the people that were low income, living in the same community as we were, picking up trash and shit, we invited them, Spanish speakers, English speakers, whatever, to come to this event where we cooked them a bunch of turkeys, we cooked them mashed potatoes, and we took care of their kids and shit like that. And we did that with an organization called La Escuelita, mostly Latino women. So that was also beneficial too. But that's not important. The important thing was that we gave back to our community a bunch of different ways. We did trash pickups, waking up in the morning, fucking 6 o'clock after drinking, or 8 o'clock after drinking the night before to
Way
pick up
more
trash on the
productive
beat.
than a frat.
Right.
Yeah.
We were actually
It's an
doing
anti-frat.
legitimate shit. And then that
Yeah.
culminates also with the College League Outreach Program, or CLOP. Essentially, we bring
CLOP?
up 100. Yeah, CLOP.
That is a shitty
Oh, no. The bronies took it over.
Good.
God damn it.
Because it's a terrible name. Let them have it.
The College League. Oh, my God.
That sounds
Get
that
away.
fits Brony.
There we
something
go.
A little bit more, I feel.
Oh, actually, no, here you go. 20th anniversary. College Link Outreach Program, bringing 125 kids from high school that want to go to college, give them a college experience, let them stay in the dorms, take them around campus, put them through workshops, show them how classes are
Put
run.
them through workshops. You made them write essays?
No. They would go to like a science
Yeah.
class and they would do a lecture where they're like, turning the flames blue and shit with sprays and shit and doing other sort of like chemical
So you
reaction.
exploited them.
No, what are you talking about? Exploited them?
I mean, they were your entertainment in your science class.
No, they were entertained by the science class.
Oh, so they didn't have to speak.
No, they were just sitting in the
I thought
thing.
You made them do just
Right.
crazy scientific shit.
Right, and then
Like
we
burn
also
their
did
eyebrows
workshops
off
about
or
like
some shit.
machismo and shit like that.
Okay.
Like, all right, you're a Mexican dude and not in the best part of LA. You fucking angry all the time. Why is that?
You
And we
tried
got
to
them to
change
talk.
lives.
Yeah, we did.
Look, let me tell you, Sammy, that's great, and I'm proud of you for doing that.
But it's boring and you don't like
that's
it because you're
cheesy
stupid
as
as shit.
fuck.
Because you're
I'll picture the Full House music playing in the background.
because you don't have dreams, Tommy. You don't. You don't have. You don't want to look back and leave a legacy.
Blackout drunk in my college years and
Right.
not remembering anything.
You
Get
act
my
like-
numbers up. What college is for?
That was every day for me. That's not a
Clearly
highlight.
it wasn't, Sam. We
That's
had
not a
those
fucking
those
highlight.
stories, Marco.
That'll be the next two, I guess.
That's not a fucking highlight.
It is.
Me? No, I did that
You got some
every
good karma.
fucking week.
Yeah,
It was a problem.
Community service without the.
It became a problem, Tommy.
He's saying he drank every week.
I drank every
that.
fucking week, every day.
And
and nothing
No-
fun came out of
No,
that.
lots of fun came out. That
Can
was
we
the
hear one of those
baseline.
stories? Can that be your number
God
two?
damn it! Yes,
one
you
of the
can.
It's number two.
Yeah, man. You can't just drinking every day. That's boring to people like us, the
No,
cultured
you drink
people.
and you do stupid, crazy things, Sammy.
Right. I
Like-
did lots of them.
I don't know because
Right.
you haven't told us.
because we're
any
not
of
done
those.
with the list.
Okay.
My number 3 was actually being a good person, giving back to the community. Half of these fucking kids in these classes, at least 12 of them
Yeah.
have graduated college I know of,
Right.
and then at least 5 of them are grad students.
You know the people in that 20 picture?
No, that's a couple years after.
Oh, okay, so not accurate. Okay.
Yeah, no, but that's what the program was. The
playing.
orange
We
team, the
know,
red
we
team.
know.
Yeah.
We are proud of you. I'm
No,
just
you're
fucking
not.
with you.
No,
You
you're
did
not.
good. We need people like you in the world,
You want me to
Sammy.
drink, do cocaine, and fuck sluts.
Then you would look like bad Sammy right now. if
right,
you
which
did
is
all
what you
those
want.
things.
You
Yeah,
established that.
Bad Sammy would have like 13 kids right now, but like 4 different women. Isn't that what you want, Sammy?
He also might be acting in Hollywood. Like,
Yeah, he wouldn't even be here right now.
God, I should have
would've-
been doing all that. Then. Good God.
He would have been in Army of the Dead.
He would have been. You would be Danny Trejo right now. Somehow, you would have made your way to be the new Danny,
Danny Trejo
Trejo.
was already acting like 10 years.
He was in Spy Kids. I was not in Spy Kids.
You could have been. You could have been. Anywho, number 3, Marco.
All right, so he talked about his Rat Pack at number 4 that he met in a class. My Rat Pack from college was I was wearing a band T-shirt. I was wearing a leftover crack shirt, and somebody would notice
Sounds
it.
obscure as shit.
It's a punk band.
Yeah, I figured.
But yeah, he invited me if I wanted to be in his band. Started talking about how in high school I used to play in a band or sing because I can't play music. I have Lego hands basically. They don't move very well. But yeah, that day we just ended up like it was a Saturday. Ended up drinking, and then that was when MySpace was still a thing.
Nice.
Found out that Between the Buried and Me and Norma Jean was playing in Fort Worth, and we just headed from Lubbock to Fort Worth. It was a 6-hour drive. I had never met these dudes before. We went, bought tickets there, $20 to get in, had an awesome time, and then we just became friends ever since. Like they're my best friends that live in Houston.
That's dope as shit. I mean, you probably could have got murdered and your kidneys removed.
Why?
Because
That's not what happens at rock shows.
People are fiends. I would have taken your kidneys.
I
if
met
given
him in the
opportunity.
dorm.
They were good people, Sammy. Why are you doing that?
I would take his kidneys immediately.
They're bad kidneys for one.
Sure, they've been through some things. You
It
know?
would be
He
for
went to
practice.
college.
It would be for practice. No, but what was the show again?
Norma Jean and Between the Buried and Me. It was a hardcore show.
And so after that, you guys got more misadventures.
We became best friends, but it was that one weird time of just doing laundry at the weird time, and then we saw each other's shirts, and it's like, me, you, same friend. We just ended up talking about music. I played in their band for a little bit.
You sang in their band.
Sang in their band.
Could you sing us
more
something?
accurate. No,
Why not?
Because you're not gonna play an angry bass line for me.
I'll pay an angry bass line. Give me the what's a good bass line?
Hey, I mean, Mark, are you trying to start a band with the Maxillans, dog? I got you, man.
What can you play?
TJ plays everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I play 4 instruments, actually.
What instruments?
Oh, I'm surprised this has never come up in conversation. Violin, viola, big bass, and piano.
Of course.
Okay, now
Oh,
one
of course.
now one of them can.
Yeah.
Right. He's like,
Our skills are.
That's how you say
But I put a very big asterisk on piano because it's not like it's much more from the, how do I put it? The theory and understanding, because piano pretty much is required to make any song. So
Yeah.
like, it's kind of like you have to know it. But yeah.
That's what I'm trying to teach Eva to play, because it's the basis. The basis of notes is.
And then Tommy
Universe.
plays something.
Computer.
He plays computer.
Oh, yeah, I do the producing.
He plays beats.
Synthesizer, yeah, beats,
Yeah,
that kind of shit.
I think JJ's the only musician. He can play the saxophone.
So Sammy's the only one who doesn't know
Ooh,
how to
I
do
will
it.
trade him skills.
It's a great instrument to play. What do you do, Sammy?
Drums. I could pick it
Really?
up pretty quickly.
So we could all just start a junkyard band.
Yeah, I'm not very good at them. I never said I was good at drums, but it's in my blood.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I just got to do it.
We'll go to the scrap yard.
Yeah, there you go.
Right? We'll be like the Cosby Kid. What is it? The Fat
Right out
Albert.
of the junkyard.
Junkyard. Just doop 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 doop.
Get the fuck out of my junkyard. Why are y'all here?
We're a band. Not in this junkyard. Get the fuck out of here,
Oh.
Tommy. That
Yes.
brings it back to your number three.
So I talked about my Aunt May who passed away recently.
Mm-hmm.
She is my second Aunt May. I have another Aunt May, who she's named after, which is my grandma's sister.
Okay.
She lives in Houston. They were the closest to where I was going to school when I got to U of H. And so I would always just go over there and hang out. And it was the best place in the world because my Aunt May had a son, Ken, and he's just your quintessential. He was Will Ferrell in Wedding Crashers.
Okay.
That's who he was. He's like 28, still lives there, parties all the time in the garage. He made the garage into like this spot to where people just came and chilled. Like he knew everybody. He never left. People came there. So I would just go over there and spend weekends, and they would always be some of the funnest weekends I would ever spend.
Right.
So one weekend, regular party weekend, we decided we're just gonna stay in the garage.
Right.
So it was him and a few other cousins, and we had a bottle of E&J,
Okay.
yeah, a little bit of Hennessy. There was a hookah in the corner,
Right.
so it was just fun all around.
Okay.
So like 8 to 10 people showed up. Some of the most beautiful women I've ever seen, just stopping by before they go to the club. You
Okay.
know, pre-game there, whatever, hang
Yeah.
out for a little bit. It was the pre-game spot.
Right. Right.
So yeah, that happened, and so our cousin EJ, who no one likes, yes, E&J, and his name is EJ. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a liquor with
Oh,
my name all
it's
over it.
connected like a son of a bitch. So this particular night, one of the best nights we've had there, mind you. So
Okay.
many people came through, playing domino, spades, the whole nine. Just a memorable night.
Right. Right.
So EJ comes by again. No one likes him. Decides he's gonna take the rest of the E&J to the head.
How much was left?
Not this much
Jesus.
of a big bottle.
Jesus Christ. That's one of the stories
So-
that's left off of my list.
So we're like, all right, man, don't do that, but whatever. So it's just about, just going about our business. Next thing we know, the bottle's gone.
Okay.
He's like, shit, I told you I can do it. Shit, I'm straight. What's up? What's up?
Oh no.
Yeah, nothing
Oh, no.
much. You're like, shit, man, y'all thought I was a bitch, but you know what? Shit, I did it. Shit, I'm about to go hit up the club. It was a straight up Family Guy scene to where he just collapses on the table, breaks the table, and he just
like
laid
Chris
the fuck
Farley,
out.
Tommy Boy.
Yes, just a dead. It was like, oh shit, he's a big guy. So
Right.
we were like, oh, someone want to pick him up and take him home? I don't want to do it. Shit, I'm good. I don't want to do it. Let's call this girl. They live on the other side of town. Houston's a big city.
Right.
Called her to come. No one touched him. He was breathing. That's all we knew. And so,
Fair enough.
and so she comes over and She tries to peel them off the floor, and she's like, "Is anybody gonna help me?" We're like,
That's how I imagine it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It's literally exactly how it happened. Just imagine just a black table and a garage, and that's pretty much how it went. No one wanted to help her, and so she pretty much just hunched over her back and crouched him to the car.
Why would you take him? Why not just leave
her
him?
Either. Like, she was terrible too.
God.
They were just a terrible couple. He was related to us, but he was shitty.
Are they married now and happily?
He's cheated on her numerous times. And the thing is, so we just all sat there and watched her just almost break her back, getting them into the car. We were all very intoxicated.
This is your number 3.
It's my number 3, Aunt May's house. Shout out to EJ. I hope you're doing good, man. TJ.
I mean, that's fine.
I had one of those nights with my friend Robert. I sent you a picture of my group, but it was like...
yeah, it was very grainy.
Dude, it was 2006. What do you want me to send you? So that's Robert and that's Travis. So we don't actually have any pictures together, but that's our dorm room. They're in Weymouth.
That looks fun. That looks like a college experience, Sammy.
On that TV, we would play Legend of Zelda every Friday.
I just realized I was muted, but that picture was making me like...
Yeah, I heard you laugh halfway through. You're like... And then I was like, what the fuck is TJ up to down there?
It like, you look at it and you're like, that's someone in college.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Those are college guys for sure.
That would be at the end of like a movie. It's like, the little reel that they play with the credits.
Yeah, it's like,
of a college
Timmy and
movie,
Johnson ended up being big rock stars after this.
Look at that hair. Yeah, it's a new Art and Garfunkel right
there. Funny thing, almost exactly what happened with you, except it was a bottle of Jim Beam.
Oh, that's a good choice.
And he threw up and then started crying, and he still got laid that day.
College, man.
Fucking college, man.
That guy got laid, Sammy. You clearly weren't trying. So.
All right, well, fine. You want pictures of crews? Let me see if I'm even in these. Oh, yeah.
You showed us your
crew. I'm saying, but this is like the Chicano floor. If you could find me, I'm that asshole. Nobody wanted to hang with that guy.
You put yourself in the back.
I'm taller than everybody. That's why.
They didn't want you in that picture, and you forced yourself.
No, that was after fight night. So we had a fight night in the dorms where people were beating the hell out of each other.
It was a fight club.
It was a fight club.
Did you get in on it?
Oh, no, I was recording the whole shit. No, because I had no beef. So, long story short, the reason why I wasn't a part of it.
Half of them didn't like you. You could have picked anyone.
No, these were the Chicano floor. This was before the people who didn't like me. These guys mostly, actually, they didn't like me either. To be fair, my freshman year of college, I was a ginormous dickhead. I was super depressed and angry.
And taking it out on everyone.
Mm-hmm. No, they had a reason.
Anyone challenge you to fight then?
No shit.
Because I wasn't antagonistic. I was just annoying.
Oh.
Still good enough reason.
Surprisingly, there was more annoying people on the floor than I.
Oh wow, you lucked out.
Yeah, and I was not antagonistic. I was just kind of a dickhead. But like half of them liked me, half of them didn't. Like now,
some gladiator
nothing
shit
fucking changed. Half people like me, half people don't. It's just the way it's gonna fucking be.
Yeah.
That's the type of person I am, and I figured it out.
You got friends.
Do I have to go find my crew? Because I'm trying to find my friends.
If you want, I mean, that was just the Chicano floor. That wasn't even like my crew. Like a couple of them moved to that crew eventually, but otherwise,
I don't know. My pictures kind of look douchey though. Like,
bring them up. Fuck it. Well, while we talk about your number 2, actually no, we're done with threes, right?
Yeah.
Let's take a quick commercial break. I need to get some water.
Can he take a commercial?
Can you take a commercial break?
Probably not. How about we get his list out
Fine.
of the way?
Number 2, TJ.
I managed to swerve that last call, so let's.
Fair enough.
No, yeah, my number 2 is okay. So this one has some context. So, as much as y'all know, Sammy actually, and then Tom and Sonny heard it. Me and homeless don't get along so much.
No, not at all.
That entire saga began. And still not it began in college.
The beating of the homeless.
Oh no!
Began in college.
Altercations with homeless. Now, granted, a lot of homeless people are not dope, but very passive in Austin. But I've had 2 instances of very aggressive homeless violence that have happened to me. And I'll go into one because it's a lot more lighthearted than the other. but I've talked about them a bunch. So if you look hard enough, you'll find me talking about them before. But I remember it was when I was bartending and drinking after shift. Like I was like, right when the bars close and you're taking shots with some of the bartenders in the back. I'm chilling, and I used to have this routine. Like I take a couple shots. I wasn't like drunk or anything, just enough to get like a little buzz so I can make the walk home because I used to live downtown, right?
Right.
And the buses wouldn't run like between a certain hours. So if you didn't catch a bus, like you just have to walk. But it was like a 20-minute walk. It's how I stayed fit and sexy. So I was cool with it. But I always used to stop at this one of the 24-hour shops off 6th Street.
Right.
And my homie used to always know me because he was like, dude, you get like he was dude who barely spoke too much English, like an Arabic dude. But he was always like, but he let me buy lottery tickets like after the time they're supposed to let you, like Right, because I didn't know there was a timer. Like I think it's after midnight or something.
Yeah,
you're supposed to buy lottery tickets.
Discourages people from getting plastered and then buying $100 worth of lottery tickets.
That wasn't the case for me. Like I got to. He was like, I used to go in my tips. I'd buy $5 worth of lottery tickets, sometimes 3, 4, but I usually just do with whatever the because we got cashed out every day. So I used to take whatever the dollar amount at the end of it was, round up or round down, and that's how much I do for that's how much I do for.
Lottery tickets. Yeah.
And I'd also get the Sobe drink and spicy nacho Doritos. It was like my routine.
Sobeys. I thought of Sobe too. I was like, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
So what had happened was in my usual routine, right? Essentially, there was this homeless guy who like came in the store, and that's not abnormal. Like the 24-hour stores usually like they might say get out or like be like, oh, like not get out, but like leave, or like hey, like just kind of keep an eye on them while they're shopping. But I saw my guy, who's the chillest guy. I'm talking like never seen this dude raise his voice. It's like get out, you stole from me last time. Get the hell out! Just yell at the top of his lungs. And remember, I don't really want no trauma. So I just kept to my spicy nacho Doritos. And was like, Doritos, I'm gonna get. But he's my homie. He's a good dude. Never faulted me. TLDR, right? Like the homeless guy's going wild, snatching stuff, and then is just making a ruckus. And then the guy's like, I'm gonna call the cops. And we need to get this dude out of here because he's gonna mess up the store. Mm-hmm. And so essentially, I'm literally like holding, like I go up and I'm the one who has to take it because he just looks at me to do it because I'm the big dude, right? He's not a big dude. He's just like, we need to figure this out. I'm like, we? Nigga, what's we? This is a you situation.
You're behind the counter, goddammit. I can't do anything.
But essentially, it ends with me like holding down this homeless dude and the door, like he's trying to like it's ridiculous. The man's trying to leave out with like everything, this jewelry, but shit. Holding him down, waiting for the cops to come, which also isn't a scenario I want to be in.
No, not at all.
Like, there's 3 things wrong here, and I'm just doing this, and eventually everything pans out because usually the downtown cops are the chillest ones. They never usually do too they know by that they usually know aren't on the same page with bartenders. Yeah, and that was like the first interaction I had. Followed up with various different bouts, such as being called the N-word, being written on my door, me having to choke out a homeless man again.
Racist homeless people and all.
Racist homeless people.
Yeah.
He's not just doing it for sport.
You want to know all the race people are the homeless here.
I mean, the most offended I've ever felt was when a homeless dude, I think I've said the story before, but yeah, when I gave him chips and salsa and the nigga asked where the queso was, that was the most, that was the most blown back I'd ever been. I was like, dude, he was like, you ain't got no queso? Like, you're being bougie right now.
Right.
But yeah, my number 2 is just the homeless situation.
But that was a positive for you? Or that just memorable?
It's memorable because it's funny. It's almost like one of those things where it's like, damn, like you look back at it and it's pretty treacherous experiences, like, in terms of like being there.
Right.
But it's funny to, like, I mean, if you can't laugh at some shit you've been through, like, what's the point of it?
Like, right? You had an arch nemesis throughout college.
Hated me. Bro, dude, I don't know what it was. Like, the one homeless guy straight up said, "Give me $1." I said, "Nigga, what? Like, what?" Like, he came up to me like I owe him
He tried to
money.
debo you.
No, it was this one black dude, and I was so just shook off guard. He was like, "Hey, you remember me?" I said, "No." I was like, "Hey, give me $1. I need to catch a bus fare." I said, "No," and he just wouldn't back down. But I'm not the soft. Like, I don't think I have the friendliest face to approach. So also, I'm a big dude. Like, I don't get why I'm the one who is antagonized. Like, there's so many other less threatening.
You're so
and/or more
well-spoken,
inoffensive
TJ.
people.
Because you're little, like short.
He's not that short.
Not really. He's pretty average height.
I mean, maybe to the homeless dude.
Oh yeah, how big was this homeless dude?
My little taller than me, but like I don't. But I'm not short.
Yeah,
That's the,
no.
I'm not that short.
He's more trouble than a small person. Like a small person, you'd be like, "Give me $1." I'd be like, "Okay, TJ is not gonna come cheap if you have to fight
It's
him."
like what, 5'10", 5'11"?
Yeah, it was enough to where you consider like,
average height.
I don't want to have an altercation with this particular.
They're
homeless.
crazy though. Some
yeah.
of them. So yeah.
yeah,
Because dude, how you gonna fight someone with nothing to lose? Why do I continue to
It's very true.
nothing to lose?
You have
Like,
everything to lose. They have zero to lose. Those.
Bro, I'm literally like, dog, like that's what I'm saying. Like, people think these are like friendly altercations. I'm like, nah, nigga. Like, when you are holding down someone who has nothing to lose, come on, like.
I'm surprised
Like-
he didn't fucking shit on himself. Why? Why not?
Why not?
He would have had. He
Then
probably
just
shit
throw it
himself
all over
anyway.
the store.
Right.
Yeah.
Nah,
Who-
but you know, ultimately, it's all good. It's
Hobo
funny.
antics is his number 2.
But yeah, that's it.
TJ, you want to read your number
Yeah, I was
one?
about to say.
Yeah, let's go right to your number 1.
Oh, cool. Well, I actually saved my number 1 because it's been my tradition, and I talk about it all the time.
Why are you talking like that? That's very unsettling.
My number 1 is my birthday, my 21st birthday.
Oh.
It is by far one of the best evenings affairs I've ever had. And I'm actually at a buzzer beater moment because my battery's at 5%. So great call out, Marco, because I need to find charge. But
Director's here to help.
Yep.
essentially, let me set the scene, right? You know, I'm a fresh young cat, never drank too much. Like, Jello shots still upset my stomach.
Also, you just lost like 90 pounds, so you can't quite hold what you used to hold
I can't-
already.
My mind wasn't ready. So I'd been training all of, like, you know, the kind of underground drinking for 20, right? Like, you know, which in Austin, Texas, is really not that hard to just go out. But that's the point. I was drinking, taking shots, training up for this day. Like that, I was 21. And now all the bartenders and all the people downtown always thought that I had just been 21 and just never asked questions. And so I told them it was my 22nd birthday. But a lot of my homies downtown knew it was my birthday, right? And so this was when I was in so full disclosure, I was in a fraternity during college.
Yeah, he fucked the goat, all right? He did it.
So I had intramural. I was my intramural supervisor, like I had mentioned. I had a bunch of different groups that just wanted to hang out with me throughout the day. So I had to wake up at 8 on the Saturday of, right? Mm-hmm. And I did my, like, you know, I did the actual Friday night, like when I turned 21, wasn't that cool? It was just chill. It was like, hey, like I had told everybody Saturday was the day.
Right.
Wake up at 8, already get off to the races. So the convenience store across the street, the guy actually was like my homie. Another Arab dude, just different Arab. I don't know where all the Arab dudes who run these stores are, but he was like, hey man, it's your birthday. Gave me free chocolates and let me buy beer before you're allowed to in Texas, right? So he got me off to the race.
Sure.
Start drinking then. I had reservations at Midnight Cowboy that evening. And so my homie Jesse, who I don't think you guys have met, he was telling me, hey, up until that point, like, you know, we got to make sure you're drinking and you're doing everything you can. Cosmo was my roommate during this year too. He's my roommate like 3 out of the 5 years I was there. But I was my roommate at this time. And he had our house looking like a drug lord's home. Like that shit was like, this is when we both had our own rooms for a while, because our individual roommates that are within our rooms had left. So we had like, we had whippets, which I had never, like, just don't recommend. That's like toddler shit. But we had like whippet cans, like foolishness things.
That's Fresno High School for sure, man.
You did whippets in high school?
No, they did. A lot of my peers did, which is why I stayed the fuck home.
No, like, it's not safe. Don't do it. But I was losing brain cells, just to say.
Literally.
There was definitely lettuce and organic vegetables on the table as well, because we like to be healthy boys and make sure that our bodies are properly nourished.
Like to be
But-
healthy while doing whippets. Okay.
You know what he means.
So from 2 to 4, so pretty much up until noon was like my first like knocking out a 6-pack. From 12 to 2 was foolishness of that variety. From 2 to 4, I had to prep. So my homie Jesse actually got me like a $300 bottle of tequila.
Jesus.
And yeah, college students. This man's been budgeting for life. I don't know, but got me this really nice bottle of tequila. And he was like, "We got to take shots on the 30 every time up until you get to 4, right?"
Fucking shit. All right.
So we take shots of 30 minutes up until we get to 4 o'clock. As you can imagine, new skinny. This has been a year after Skinny Me had arrived to the scene. This still is like this is when I start. I'm getting to look like her, right?
Right.
And so from pretty much 4 to 6, I just told everybody, "Hey, take a nap because we got to refresh, got to re-up, we got to keep going," right?
Right.
So the power nap from then, that's when we hit up Midnight Cowboy. And we run up a tab from 6 to 9 of like $500, $600 with like 4 people of just alcohol. And I ain't got this kind of money. Ain't none of us got that kind of money, but we just pretty much were like, fuck it, today's the day.
Fine. Yeah.
And so we had the Hurricane, like this giant bowl that I had to like chug a part of, like hold it down. And
Christ.
like everybody was drinking and just pulling off of that. After that, we go from 9 to 10ish or 11.
Mm-hmm.
And this is at this point, I'm rough, but it's okay. I gotta dust myself off. I gotta keep going.
I'm about to say,
But
for
we used to
someone
do
that's
this-
like, I can't drink, like that's
You're
that's
drinking. You're drinking a whole awful lot.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all ain't ever seen me drunk, so you can imagine what. But that's not the point. I drink a lot. It was unhealthy. But like, I never said I didn't. There was no vomiting in between now and then. There wasn't. Only at the end of the night. But we used to do this thing called Power Hour.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We were always late. No, not like trying to hit the streets on Power Hour. That's a common term. No, us as our group used to do Power Hour because we used to always be running late to go out. And so we did a Power Hour rush this time,
Right.
which means you kick back 2 Four Locos and you
Oh
head
my
out.
god.
Wait. What is your definition of a power hour? Because I have a definition.
it's a game.
No, Power Hour is normally when you go out at like midnight or 1 and you're trying to pick up girls at that time. I get that.
Oh
right?
no. See, we had a different definition for what power hour was.
No,
No,
I'm used
what's
to it
your
being a
definition
game.
of
It's
that?
like you drink at a certain second every
Everybody's
minute.
power
Yeah.
hour
Okay.
is
Yeah. So TJ, me and Marco are on the same page where you drink a sip of beer or a sip of drink once every minute of an hour.
Oh, that's the Century Challenge.
Sure. These kids and their newfangled inventions.
But with us, Power Hour was, hey, we've got like 30 minutes to drink, and we're trying to
gotta
get out by
fuck.
midnight, kick back 2 Four Locos, and let's go.
Oh man.
Let's just say by the time I made it to 6th Street, that shit was 9th Street because I was just that everything was upside down. But I'm still going, and I'm allowed into every bar I go to, right? Because, as I mentioned before, I was a bartender and I worked there, and nobody was letting me not enter. Like, I was like, dude, like, this is the point to where you should not let me come into this bar. But they were like, but one of my homies at like the first bar we stopped at, which was actually Shakespeare's, he took me in the back. He was like, here's some water, splash it on my face, like gave me a bottle of water, drank it, was like, if you need to vomit, knock it out right now. But you got to keep going.
Otherwise,
Man.
we're getting the fuck out there, and you just gotta fucking deal with it.
Like he was like, just do a quick vomit check. And so this is what I know. Threw up the first time. Just did a quick vomit check and keep going. And he was like, here's some Tums if you have a stomach ache, but you got to keep going, because that's what also we used to do. If we had a stomach ache while drinking,
No.
we'd eat Tums so we could just keep going, right?
Jesus
and so
Oh
Christ.
my god.
we kept going, and basically we're just going around robbing the beer, like bars. I'm getting a free shot here and there. I've slowed down a little bit. I'm trying to enjoy the night. I'm coming back into consciousness.
I've slowed down. I've had a few shots.
This is probably
Fading
within a
back
few
into
hours of
consciousness,
before Loco.
and-
Yeah, this is about 14 shots according to my math, and a couple beers and a couple.
We
Four
don't know
Locos.
how many shots are in that $500 either.
One second. Let me switch my camera right quick because I got to put a charger on. 1 second.
Well, I think he's gonna die at the end of the story.
Obviously not. He's here.
I know that, but he should have been dead. He should have been dead.
Yada
I
yada
mean,
yada. Intensive care.
Yeah, there's a tube in
Yeah.
my throat, pumping out the contents.
Yeah. Yada yada yada. I got out.
I never had my stomach pumped. Luckily.
Well, I could do. Well, okay, I could do a quick side story because he brought up something that cracked me up. This is an honorable mention on my list. You guys, this is not reason why anybody hated me in college, but this is the reason why I should have been hated in college. Apparently, I decided to be a klepto at house parties. I used to steal random shit
Why?
because it was the
He still
fun
does
thing to
this
do. I haven't done it in this. I haven't done it here. What? Corey's pillow?
no, the Playboy pillow.
Oh yeah. Okay, that was what 4 years ago.
You have a problem.
That's not a problem. 4 years ago was the last time I spirited away something.
DJ is back.
But let me finish real quick. I stole someone's avocados,
Why?
Bro,
and I got avocados.
free
It's
real
fucking great.
estate. Produce
For what
is free
reason?
real estate when you're drunk.
Exactly. Thank you, TJ. I stole someone's nunchucks one time, and I stole another person's avocados.
The nunchucks.
I almost stole Mario Kart 64, but I didn't have the heart in me to do that. That just seemed too
Why are
cruel.
you stealing people's shit?
Not good.
Because Mario, I never had Mario
Now I
Kart
gotta
64.
check all my shit from when you came to my apartment.
You stole my waffle crisp and my Madden.
I didn't.
Don't you talk about stealing
borrowed
shit
Madden.
with no intention to return.
True.
TJ. so you were just thrown up in the back, got some Tums in you, Shakespeare, splash of water in your face. You're around for round 8, I'm assuming at this point.
Yeah, I'm a solid 8. And granted, so let me my group, obviously, if you can't tell, my group of friends are not the best when it comes to enablement, because you'd think they'd be taking care of me. Nah, fuck that. Everybody is in an equivalent layer of drunk.
Right.
Let me tell you the type of people my friends are. On my 22nd birthday, I actually didn't make it out because I was vomiting on the over the balcony, and Cosmo and Brandon straight up who are also terrible, just took an Uber and bounced.
Every man left behind.
Yeah.
Oh, we used to do every man for themselves. This is why.
You know what the worst part about that is? Like, this shot's for TJ. Today is his birthday.
Bro, we used to if there was no weakest link, like it was survival mode once you've initiated the drinking process. It's because, like, the thing was, we know that at the end of the day, I've known these guys since like the 6th grade, right? So
Jesus
they knew
Christ.
that, and we went to college together. So it's like I knew that, like, you know, they really no fucking actually I don't know because it was kind of cutthroat with how they were handling it. But to back up to the 21st night, so like everybody's pretty rough, right? So we get to the last bar, and you know I'm like, I've made it. I'm okay. Like I am at the 8 that I wanted to be. Not almost borderland 9 at this point, because you know I passed through buckshots, and Sammy, you know, I always
I am a victim of buckshots often.
Yeah, I have
Ray's
a
favorite
great
bar.
relationship with the bartenders at Buckshot, and so I was good. But I remember this to the T, because this is when the night went to the highest extent, because we got to cheers, and I look over, and once again, homie Jesse's there, and he's just like, I've bought us 10 shots each of whiskey.
What?
And I said, dude, I can't do this.
I'm not even gonna pretend anymore.
I can't do this. But I'm not shitting you. The guy has 20 shots lined up across the thingy. And I didn't know the bartender here. So he was just like, this is a great day.
God
And
damn.
all of this group of, like, you know, I had a pretty big group of, like, you know, some people had like a lot of the girls had fallen off because they were they were drinking a fuck ton. They were like, let's get home safely.
Right,
so
right.
the dude was there. And so it was a squad of like 8 of us. Jesse had intended for all of us, not all of us, he's done it for me and him to kick back a lot because he was really overestimating the limit before we go to the hospital.
I'm surprised this story doesn't end there.
Yeah, same.
I never said it didn't.
Oh,
But,
we're getting there, folks.
But essentially, all of us. So how it breaks down is I had to take for some other people somehow divvied up a couple of the others, and Jesse took a solid 8. As you can imagine, he's the one who ended up in the hospital. But
Oh shit!
I was gone, guys. This was 2:20 by the time we're on. Apparently, and I have no recollection of what happens in between the next hour or so. From 2 to 3, so from 2 to 3, apparently I laid in the middle of that busy ass, 7th Street Uber pickup, like that street where it's jammed.
Yeah.
I laid in the middle of the street and blocked traffic for like 3 minutes just because I was lying in the middle of the street, just walking, trying to get me into an Uber. The girl who I was seeing at the time was just chilling at my crib because I had texted her at like 10. I was like, I think I'm good. I'm gonna try my best.
Baby, get ready for that. Ooh.
No, there was no having to be had.
No, I know, but I'm just saying. At some point, when blackout drunk, you're like, baby, go to my place, cause I'm gonna give you that. Ooh.
He was beyond whiskey dick at that point.
And then you just blacked out after that.
For loco dick.
I did not. I wish it was that clean of like a blackout. No, I got back to my place and apparently I locked the door behind me. So like,
good.
No, that was not good.
You lock the door when you get inside
if
your
I had
home.
Passed out, my guy.
Ain't
Nobody can open the door. Dog, like I walked.
Oh, he
my
would have Jimi
room.
Hendrix.
Oh yeah,
I got you.
Yeah, it would not been good.
Well, who's gonna remember not to lock the door?
Yeah, I would have locked the door behind me too.
No, I locked my room door, not my house door. My room door.
Oh,
Okay.
Like the house door was like that's easy. The like of course
Well,
ours was actually auto
They
lock.
could kick your
The room
down.
door, that's when you're trying to get disrupted. So people are like knock on the door, like Taylor, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm fine. The girl is just talking to me. It's like he's alive. I think maybe I don't know. He's on the ground right now.
that's always the place you want to be at.
I wait. Essentially, I wake up. She was very mad at me, as supposed to be. Jesse had a hospital ring around him, and apparently he was in the Uber just TKO'd, vomited, and then like just passed out outside the Uber. And to this day, he's mad that we took him to the hospital because he was like, dog, all you have to do is like lay me over and I'd be fine. And I was like, I didn't see you, but apparently you were blue.
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
And and pretty much everybody, because there's an individual, so there's an individual adventure for 8 different people, 8 different dudes, and everybody ended up in a terrible, or the only 2 people who ended up okay were the 2 homies who took Jess to the hospital, and then they walked to Pete Terry's and kept drinking, because they kept drinking out of these little bottles we had, because we had this mini like
Just drinking at Pete Terry's, a burger joint here in Austin.
You have a problem.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah. This was cool. This was cool party story. Now it's like, are these people alcoholics? Are they
I mean,
okay?
they're 21. They are. It's fine.
That's true.
Oh yeah, dude. Of course
That's
we're
very
alcoholics. But essentially, that is what started because everybody, from my personal affair, everybody was like one of the best birthday experiences they've ever had, right? Because everybody was just throwing money, throwing caution to the wind, and that is the origin of why I do my birthdays big because
Trying to top
every year it
yourself.
just kind of progressively builds in terms of stupidity. I try to keep it a little more healthily stupid nowadays, like get crunk, but like I don't need.
I got pretty fucked up. Like I said, my next story is going into this thing, but TJ's 23rd, 24th, whatever. When I was there, that got me proper fucked up. Where it's like I had to be like, okay, I'm not drinking anymore because I will die.
No, the thing, because I'm the person of the group, like of the group of people who I went to college with and who like I was drinking like that with. I'm the one who's the not the cautious one, but the one who's like, hey, like taking care of people, rounding people up, like because I'm Tank. I'm like, I'm here to help y'all guys out. Like you're under my wing. So if I'm not stopping it, you think these people are bad influences. They will not stop
They were
anything.
menaces.
And and they will
To
match
society.
me. That's the worst part. They'll encourage.
Right.
me
Yeah.
to get people
A lot
to
of peer
work.
pressure.
Right.
Which is the best type of people you need on your birthday, right?
Right.
So, my number one is my 21st birthday. It was a blast. It is probably the second most I've ever drank in my life. Yeah, and I had, but it is like, but to this day, it's number one. Like, I don't encourage anybody doing that. Secondly, all the people mentioned in the story are great people.
I've met some of them. They're fine.
They're awesome. They're all like super chill. But don't roll around on July 9th of the year, because you understand that is the expectation that you might not make it home that evening, or you might not make it back into the living world that evening. But that's fine. That's okay. That's what I'm here for, and I will sponsor as much as I can of it.
Lots of videos coming July 9th on the Mexcellence. We're live streaming his entire birthday, everybody, so you can see this year's activities.
Probably not the entire thing.
I will
Hyped it
probably
up.
black out at some point, and
I meant, never mind.
no, we're recording that part too.
Oh,
Anyway, TJ, you're number one.
You and number one.
Blackout 21st birthday.
That's a good number one. That's a great number one.
Hey Tommy, I mean, what y'all talking about? Y'all about to see that same side of me one of these days, so it's
Okay.
all good.
I don't remember my 21st, literally at all. Literally at all. I don't know where it started, where it ended. None of the above.
Well, TJ, are you gonna stick around until you get a call, or are you gonna take off?
Oh, I will still be on until I get a call.
Okay, sounds good. Well, that's a good segue to my number two.
Yeah.
It's actually my 21st birthday.
Oh God.
But the reason why it's
What
number
bookstores did you go to?
No, this is Tommy. These are the stories that you
only took-
will get excited about.
Only took what, three
you
spots
can
to get
count,
to
man.
this
It took you a
point.
long time
We
to
took-
count to three. Is that UH degree working for you?
I didn't get one.
That's how many.
We do gotta have a top 5 drunk stories at some point, but now is not this.
Yeah, this one. The thing was that I was always responsible because I just couldn't get blackout drunk without thinking that I would die. Like no one would be able to take care of me.
God, do you think too?
No, you think about it. I'm big as fuck. There's only
Yeah.
one guy in our friends group that's as big as me, and he's drunker than I am. So if I black out, no one's gonna save me from whatever shenanigans are going on. You gotta. That's my. I'm a plan first type of guy. I'm trying to think
Okay.
when my birthday was. Okay, so this is probably fine. So my birthday is a week before Halloween, and if you don't know, Halloween was during my time the biggest party at UCSB. Halloween was the college party for Halloween.
Yeah.
So let me look up and see Halloween UCSB. I'm just gonna find some Google images. That is going to be about what you're looking for. All of it. Yeah, Death of Ivy Halloween, because after that mass shooting, things stopped really doing it. But there you go. Every Halloween, just like that, cop lights, horse cops, Project X for a week.
Get away from that guy, cousin.
Big ass party. What's TJ? We could hear whatever's on your TV. I just don't want you to give out government secrets or whatever, because it sounded like you were giving away government secrets. But so,
What's up?
oh, we could hear whatever was on your screen, and so hopefully you're not giving away government secrets. That's all I was saying.
Oh yeah, no. I literally muted it as I flipped on my mic.
Just
again.
making sure. So, anyway, I couldn't hear what you just said. But anyway, so with that as the backdrop, my birthday is essentially, I think it was Friday or whatever. The day of, nothing really big happened. This is from 2011. This is the year of Halloween, my 21st birthday. Nothing really happened. My roommate got me some drinks or whatever. Is this just looping or is there more footage? There you go. People walking around. It's a big festival. So you know that it's going to be a week of just marathon drinking. I start drinking probably Wednesday. So if I remember correctly, Wednesday, I started drinking, I think it was karaoke bar Wednesday. Thursday was college night downtown. And then Friday was the first night out there in IV or whatever, right? So you do this one of the nights, house parties. At the time, there was like a no music type of thing, so you're not really missing anything, but just people watching, just everyone acting crazy, everyone having a good time. It's right, street over is literally the ocean. So people are going fucking nuts. It's a great thing to see if you're young. actually you can't see it anymore because after the school shooting, everyone kind of kicked out. It was locals only at this point. But that culminates into my party that I had at the notorious Monakai Apartments. So it's actually in the pre-roll. If you watch the show, I went back there, took some B-roll of it for this show because Monakai is an apartment complex at UCSB or in IV that has about 21 apartments. And remember I told you about my fraternity/non-fraternity org? They took up 17 of the units. So it was essentially like a frat house, but more of a whole entire apartment complex. So if there's 16 units, either single or double bedroom, that's like, maybe 40, 50 of our guys live there. And there it is right there, Monakai Apartments. You walk inside and it's just like a kind of a U shape. So you have apartments around you and you have a little mezzanine area. Well, it's Halloween and we throw our party. And I said, you know what? Fuck it. I learned a way where you could get an advance on your student loans ahead of time. So I took out $500 for my next quarter student loans and put that towards my birthday party. Okay. So I went to Costco. I bought a handle of Kraken, handle of vodka, handle of tequila, and a keg. Just my own keg on top of the keg that was already at that party. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to make a costume. So I made a costume. I was a pirate. And we get everything ready. And I have some pictures of before. So you can just see like some of the people that were there. This was like my apartment. That was MP. That was my roommate at the time. Some of the homegirls there. Just crazy. Oh, that's the same flag. That flag didn't go anywhere. I'm a hack. It's the same one. And then like my homegirl Memo. And then all these people here, shit like that just going on. And then it turned on. So I did drink a lot that night. I was a pirate because of the Kraken. That was the time where I developed my love for the Kraken rum, which I have some over there.
Your favorite beverage, apparently.
It's my go. Okay. Because I drink it and it's like, I'm gonna party. This is what's gonna happen. Let's fucking go. Okay. So I start drinking. I have the handle in my hand. I'm just pulling from it. That's my bottle for the rest of the night. And so there's people downstairs at one apartment with two of the kegs, people coming from out of town, bunch of girls there. And then I didn't really set up. I had no music in my place. It was my fuck up. But I was like, fuck it. Let me just set up all my liquor. I got behind in my kitchen. I set up a table, all the bottles, and I was a bartender for about 40 minutes just with every girl at the party. It was just me and every girl, and I'm just pouring shots in everyone's mouth because they realized I had a bunch of shots that nobody was up in my apartment for. I was upstairs, and all the party was downstairs. And so I didn't even think, and I was like, oh, shit.
Became the secret liquor spot?
I was a secret liquor spot. Let me see if I can find... You can kind of see... Yeah, you can kind of see some of the bottles in the background there. Yeah so I set that table up, and I can't find all the photos. But I am just pouring shots. I'm drinking like a madman. I go downstairs. I'm talking to everybody. I'm flirting to everybody. Everyone's like, it's their birthday. Pouring me shots, pouring me drinks. I get fucked up.
Right.
And it was a blast. And then it's hard to even explain because TJ went on that one single night rant.
Yeah.
But it was a marathon. I had been going since Wednesday, and then it kind of culminated in that. But then Sunday, this was still going on. So then I went out Sunday and did this all again. I think with my Kool-Aid costume. It was just a Kool-Aid t-shirt I had. But my 21st birthday was the marathon Wednesday through Sunday, which peaked and then epilogued on that Saturday, where I just blacked out.
It's a good story.
With literally every girl in my place. And I didn't get laid. That's the fucked up part. You made me feel real sad about that, but that's okay. That's okay.
Right. If everyone was intoxicated.
Yeah, it wouldn't have looked good. No, it was that IV parties, I mean, those guys probably were sex offenders. Well, half of these people that walk these streets, statistically sex offenders.
Yeah.
Party Rock Anthem was famous during that time.
Yeah, I could easily see a lot of sex offenders there.
Yeah, but it was like that every fucking night.
It's nice.
And you can't recreate some of these stories because you just don't remember them.
Pretty epic.
A lot of them. That one, was probably my favorite, and then after that, my senior year. No, that was my senior year. The year after that, they busted out the riot gear and they shot everybody with rubber bullets. That's how crazy it got the following year, and that's when it started petering down.
Yeah.
And then I think it was that same year after that the following summer was when the school shooting happened, and then people were like, "Yeah, let's not do this anymore." So,
Good guy.
yeah, it got pretty fucking crazy there. I mean, but it's a lot of fun. I have my own grainy videos of that time, but good time nonetheless. Surprisingly, though, not my number one.
Yeah.
Marco, what is your number two?
Being a collegiate athlete and playing rugby at Texas Tech.
Oh my God, you told one story about being a collegiate athlete, and it was you drinking from a nasty boot.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. Everything about rugby is a subculture that is like. So they say that soccer is a gentleman's sport played by hooligans. Rugby is a hooligan sport played by gentlemen. So you do a whole bunch of weird shit. One of them is, so whenever the club is started, there's one boot, and you got to take a drink of it whenever you score the first time.
And like a boot, as in like a shoe.
Actual.
It's a shoe. Yeah, somebody wore it, and everybody drinks from it.
It's rough.
It's rough.
Yeah.
But
You
this
could
is
do
your
a Zulu instead.
What's a Zulu?
You run naked from one side of the field to the
I'll
other.
do that.
Everyone waves at you at the end, so you have to wave back
Yeah, I'll do that.
with both hands.
How long is the
Well, you chose the boot.
from one end to the other?
No, you don't choose it. Your club has one or the other. I've had to do both because at Texas Tech it was the boot, and
Like, it's like a 100-yard sprint. Or-
yeah, it's 100 yards.
Fuck, that's a long.
And this is the rugby team. This is Baylor versus Texas Tech last year. So this is
Yeah, that's the wreck.
right
there in the behind
as
it.
COVID was starting, which is kind of sad if you're looking at this tape in particular. This is what did it say? February. Yeah, this is Valentine's. The day after Valentine's Day. COVID happened a week later.
Like a month.
A month later.
but Yeah,
COVID
'cause
is existing in this world. But this was what Marcos was doing with his free time. Just tackling, fighting, scrumming.
Right.
You don't normally
Physical
like
sport.
fight. I mean, you rake someone's face with your boots if they don't release the ball. But
It's unspoken rules right there.
yeah,
Just
I mean,
you
Sam.
don't see a lot of brawls in rugby.
No, because it's already a
It's
hard
very
sport.
civil, yeah.
Right. And
Well,
I don't even know
you
how
know.
you pass or what the rules are.
You
and
can
shit
only
like that.
pass backwards.
I got
It's
to
all
pass
laterals,
forward.
basically.
No, it's the camera angle.
Okay, well, there's UT looking much smaller than Texas Tech's team right now. But like, any highlights? Did you win a game? Did you like hit stick somebody?
Scoring a try. Well, I broke someone's ankle. There's
Hell
that.
yeah.
Like physically, or
It was
like
actually
juked
against
him?
U of H. No, he tried to tackle me.
Oh, that's
and
not
then-
cool.
Yeah, he broke his ankle, like dip and dive, and then
No, there was no dip and dive. It's rugby. I was a flanker, so it's basically like a really angry linebacker. But he tried to tackle me and bounced off me, and then I kept running straight over him, and I broke his ankle.
Rugby.
that was your highlight.
It's a highlight.
Well,
It's
it
a
was
cool
really
highlight.
It was really scoring for the first time, and then it's just in general there is a lot of drinking of it because it's a beer league sport. When I got involved in it, it was like I was just walking around looking at college clubs, and it was like I'm not. If I had your frame, maybe I would have tried out for the actual college football team, but I don't.
Uh-huh.
So it's like, hey, but
Wait, we're the same size.
there's a big difference between 6'2" and 6'5".
Yeah, it really.
I'm
is.
6'4". I'm not 6'5".
You're like 6'4.5".
You could be a small linebacker. One of the guys that played.
Not
in
at
the NFL.
Tech.
No.
Not at a D1 school. Not at all.
You could D1 school. You just got to go to the West Coast where you have small linemen and shit. You'd be
Sun
fine
Belt?
at UCLA.
Go to the Sun Belt, you'll fit right in.
Hey, the Mountain West.
Texas State will have you.
But anyway, so you were just out there scrumming and hullabalooing. These guys, I don't know if they're good or bad because they're just kind of figuring it out. It's
They're
very
just kind of
rough.
figuring out. This might be like a B League team. But it was, overall, it's just there's a lot of camaraderie in it. And when like, you talked about, like, hey, well, one of the funny stories is that, you were talking about, like, oh, we had the police shoot tear gas at us or whatever.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we did once was we met up at midnight and
They literally.
The fuck was that?
that was a ghost. The ghost of TJ.
Yeah, it was really weird.
Tech colors are red and black, so we all showed up in the middle of the night in black hoodies. And the cops drove by. They just saw a group of 20 people in black hoodies, and they were like, "What the fuck?" And they got out of their car and started chasing us, and we just saw a flashlight heading towards us, so we just ran. We ended up getting called by the cops and chased. Like they only caught one of us, but
Right.
be
Right,
fast.
The rest of you out.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had something where did one of those late night things where somebody called, "Hey man, I need you at this spot at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. We're like, fuck, okay. Yeah, I'm there. And then it ended up being something not crazy, thank God, but
Yeah.
I would have done something crazy. It looked like same way. But collegiate athleticism, NCAA champion.
I mean, we got to tour a lot too, so it was fun to see like Oklahoma, Texas A&M, New Mexico, Colorado. Like I'd not been to any of those states beforehand.
That's cool. All right, well, Tommy.
Rugby.
What?
I was just gonna add in that, and I had to switch angles. My bad. Rugby will always have a special place in my heart, but for different reasons, Marcos.
Do you know those reasons?
He dated a rugby chick.
That's right.
Oh.
Yeah. He enjoyed.
Yes.
That'd be
He
fun.
enjoyed rugby thighs.
Oh.
Rugby
course
legs.
I
They're
did.
powerful legs. I mean,
Yes,
I'm not
sir.
looking at Marco's legs, but he's wearing some shorty shorts right now, and I very well could get a glance. If you were as lucky as I, you could venture a glance, but you can't, and I'm not going to. What is
You're number 2.
You're
Okay.
number 2?
Oh, that took a weird turn. Okay.
I'm not looking at sweet calves. God damn, I'm kidding.
So my number 2, I learned a lesson. Houston people and Austin people are very different.
Sure.
Those are 2 cities that don't vibe all that well. They're very different places, very different vibes,
I feel like
atmospheres, cultures, the whole
For
nine.
everyone being like, "Oh, Austin's weird," it's like it's really not.
No.
Houston is
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Houston is the Puerto Rico of Texas. It's like you're part of us, but
They've
we don't
forgotten
really-
a lot.
yeah, no, we don't like you till the Astros win.
Yeah.
right.
Go Stros. Anyway.
Oh no. Ding 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 ding.
Anywho, so my best friend lives in Houston, and I was hanging out with him, and he was with his 2 misfit cousins.
Uh-huh.
I say misfits because they were dumbasses, and one thought he was Loke Dog from Menace to Society, O-Dog from Menace to Society.
Right.
And the other was the dumbest human being on the planet, and he thought he was Casanova. So already two great signs. So they decide, hey, let's just fuck it. Let's go to Austin
Okay.
and party on 6th Street. They had never been. And I'm like, well, I've been. Yeah, I'll show you what it's like. So take the 200+ mile trip from Houston, the drive from Houston to Austin, which is long and boring and very tiring.
Right.
So by the time we got there, it was, like 10 o'clock. So it was still in a good time frame. So they didn't have any home training. So we tried to,
Yeah. Yeah.
they just didn't. And again, it's 2 different cities that with 2 different vibes. So we tried to go to the first bar on 6th Street. I think it was Friends.
Uh-huh.
And
Still exists.
yeah, still there. Good. So we go in, and I go in, and they get held up at the door because they get asked for their ID, in which they replied, "Fuck a motherfucking ID. Nigga, let me through the fucking door. What are you talking about? I'm spending money in this bitch, ain't I?"
O-Dog.
So, dog. And then Kennard was the dumb one.
Right.
Vince was O-Dog. Kennard was the idiot.
Right.
And Vince is like, "Oh, shit." And this is him saying this, not me. "Oh, shit, look at the bitches in there, Vince." "Oh, shit." That's how he talked.
Right.
And so the bouncer was like, "Yeah, no, y'all got to get the fuck up out of here."
Right.
And then he was like, "Man, motherfuck your club then." And then just sauntered off. And I'm like, oh, so it's going to be that kind of night.
Uh-huh.
Long story short, we only got into like 2 of the bars. They got kicked out of 1. So it's really 1 where we just spent time.
Right.
So we lose Kennard because he goes stalking a girl, basically.
Uh-huh.
Borderline, just sees a crowd, sees a girl he likes,
Uh-huh.
goes away.
He decides she's
When our
mine.
when our backs are turned. And so the rest of the night just proceeded as trying to find him.
Okay.
So we try to go in the bars just to try to trace steps and do some hangover type shit.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't find him until 3 a.m. Where we're waiting in the parking garage and we're just like, fuck this, we're going to have to leave him. That was the conversation with.
We're gonna have to leave him. What is it with you and TJ's friends where it's just like, man left behind?
Yeah, no, fuck that. No, I'm not going to let you ruin my night If you're dumb shit, you're gonna have to deal with that yourself.
No sense of camaraderie or teamwork.
I took one of my friends out for his 21st birthday and left him on a bench.
And you got mad that I didn't get fucking blackout crazy drunk because nobody would take care of me, and I'd be left up with my freaking pants on my ankles. God knows what would have happened.
What would have happened?
Yeah,
You would have been fine.
Yeah, you would have been
I
all right.
would have been.
Both of those friends are still kicking, so they were fine.
Yeah.
I'm saying me.
Yeah,
You
you're
would have
fine.
been okay. Yeah. But anywho, we
You
found...
wear flannel everywhere. We'd just be like, oh, it's
Not back
homeless.
then.
Yeah.
Back then, I was equally as lame as I was now. I'm not sure.
So you wore flannel. So it'd
never
just be like,
wore
look,
flannels.
look, it's just another homeless guy. It's
Right.
fine. Let him know. Someone might have even give you a little blanket, like, oh, poor guy.
No, if I actually no, they would put me in the paddy wagon and throw me in jail.
For
I did
sure.
that all the time.
But anywho, he ruined the night because we spent the rest of the night looking for him. We gave up, and we were just at a gas station. Ran about 2 blocks from 6th Street, the Shell station, across the way. And we're just like we had come to terms, like, fuck it. He'll have to Greyhound it back to Houston or hitchhike, whatever. Not my problem anymore. Everyone was aggravated. So he pulls up in a Denali.
Okay.
He's driving it.
Didn't have it before.
The chick he was stalking in the passenger side. He's like, "Hey, what's up, fellas? Hey, man, so you want to go to this after party?" And we were just like, "Get the fuck out the car, otherwise they could take you back to Houston. It's time to go." And so so he just
Oh,
kicked
man,
it
you
with them.
cock-blocked him.
I don't give a shit. Completely ruined the night, and it was just they were broke, so they were getting drinks and running out of the bar.
Right.
Like, it was just a whole.
That sounds chaotic. And terrible.
It was.
And aggressive.
It was all
Very
the
aggressive.
above. It was a terrible, terrible time. So memorable, not good,
Not good.
but it was so just what the fuck. It had to make this list because it was very memorable. And I will never take a Houstonian to Austin ever again.
Yeah, it just sounds like
Then again, water.
right. It's it's like bringing Thanos
It's an
into this
aggressive
world.
city. Like that goes perfectly fine in Houston. That behavior,
Right.
that mentality, that's fine in Houston.
I think that's what I didn't like about Houston. I've only been to Houston
It's an
once.
aggressive city.
It's like I don't normally feel in danger anywhere. I'm the
Right.
biggest dude in the room
That's
most
That's
of
what's
the time.
awesome about
California.
Houston.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like you
That's
got to
why it's
live every
refreshing.
moment to the fullest.
you really do.
Like, even just driving there, it's just like if you're not passing
whole
someone.
different
Yeah.
story.
Right.
It's been a car stopped on the freeway and people just go around it, not stopping at speeds, still going as fast as they can around the car. It's like they don't care about people.
Right.
It's the hustle. You go,
Yeah, man.
you party, we work hard, party harder. That's the Houston way. As aggressive as you have to be, I
Cheat.
guess.
You lie.
All that's fine as long as
You
you're
do
making
weird
money.
butt stuff allegedly.
As long as you're making money and you have good lawyers, apparently it's fine. Deshaun Watson needs to get the fuck out of Houston.
Deshaun Watson was a victim of Houston.
Was he though? Or he was,
I don't know. He
He
could've
might have been making the victims. We don't know. We don't know. But you know,
He could have been a choir boy for all we know, and Houston could have turned that
it's a
into.
corruptive city.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what I think. That's what I fear is that if I stayed in Houston,
So you definitely
Like-
you be sipping lean and
yeah,
for sure.
I would be a better rapper than Ray.
You would.
I would just be.
I'm going to Houston this weekend, maybe.
That's
Go
right.
with them.
That's Katie. It's not even real Houston.
No, I'm going to
pretty
Houston,
much Yeah.
I.
Go with them. It'll be nice. You need it.
Yeah, I got
It's a lot of your type of girls out there, by the way.
What is
Your
my type of
specific
girl?
type.
What is my specific type of
Oh,
girl?
do you want me to tell everyone? What
Tell everybody.
What she has to look like Selena first and foremost.
Okay, that's
above
fair.
all else.
I mean, there's alternates, but yeah.
Between 5'3" and 5'5".
And I like them shorter, but no particular.
Okay.
I've dated taller.
Has a little edge to it, some tattoos,
Absolutely.
perhaps. But you still wanted to go home to mom. You could take her home to
Even though my mom
and the
hates
family.
tattoos, I'll make her accept
Hitting
it.
tattoos.
Yeah, and she only has 2 kids. It's great.
Shut up! Shut your whore
It'll never
mouth.
happen. It'll never happen.
Never happened.
You're totally going to be a stepdad.
I'm not
Just
gonna be a
accept it.
He
stepdad.
doesn't
Fuck
want
you.
it. He doesn't want it.
I'm not gonna. I can't break a kid's heart. It's the same thing like dogs. That's why I can't get a dog. That's why I can't be a
Nah,
stepdad.
you hate kids and you hate dogs.
Yes.
That's what it is. Let's
yes, I
admit it.
hate
It's fine.
kids and I hate dogs.
It's a lot of women who hate kids. You find one like that.
Yeah, but
you're
I
good to
want
go.
kids. I don't want pre-started.
Adopt.
Yeah,
Just like a dog shelter. Just go in.
she's going to have kids. It's fine.
Yeah.
When you want a Hispanic woman that's about 30, it's like kids are there.
I don't want her about 30.
He said it.
I didn't say I mean, the Tinder's proving you correct as of right now. it's like, all right, put it in my filters and swipe left, and it's done. All right, expand 100 miles? No, I don't want to drive that far. But
I live for my son Jorge. I work as a nurse.
That's every profile.
every
My kids
one of them
are
is
my
a nerd.
number one.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, they got silver teeth, doing silver tooth activities. It's terrible. Terrible. Hold on, let me see if I can find the picture I'm thinking of these little kids.
Don't.
No.
No, don't, because we already know.
It's already almost 12. It is probably 12.
Sorry, I have to. That's the type of kids.
Come on, man.
That's all I'm saying. But that brings me to my number one.
You're number one.
Which is, we talk about women, and Tom, I always talk about, rather, planting the seed. When it comes to, not like that seed, but when you're talking to girls, you throw a little bit there, and then, a couple seeds grow better than others, and it all adds up, right? My number one was my favorite event out of Hermanos Unidos, which was an event that was tailor-made to make me feel like the shit, even though it's for other people. Like we said, we do community service for people. And so
back to this again.
The community service was for the Latina women and the UCSB community.
Okay.
We had an event called Latina Appreciation Night, where we brought in 150 Latinas or identifiers or friends of them to the the big open area in one of the dorms, kind of like a hotel hall room, whatever. And what we would do is we'd put on music for them. We'd have a DJ. We would auction off our services. So I was a photographer. I got auctioned off at this event for $150. I was number 2.
You sure?
I was auctioned off for my photography skills to go.
So you were the lowest.
No, I was the highest. Second highest. The only other person that was higher than me was my buddy Ronnie, who's practically a model, plays professional soccer, and it was another girl versus his girlfriend, so she couldn't lose.
So it was one girl specifically.
It was one girl against the girl and her boyfriend. Now they're getting married. So she was bidding. She was bidding to get a date.
Charity, so
it was for charity, and we were doing stuff for them.
That's
right?
the only reason.
It was a date or cleaning house or something. Where anyway, mine was photography. I was number 2 this year. I'm talking about. But imagine 150 intelligent.
Basically, every woman that's your mother's dream for you.
No, but it was there's every type of woman, every type of Latina you could think of, because they're all from LA, most of them.
Right.
So you got the punk rock ones, you got the ones that dance solid side, you got the ones that are bookish, you got the ones that are party.
The odds were super in your favor.
The odds were super in my favor, right? And let me see if I lost it real quick, but the odds were in my favor, and I'll put up a couple pictures I have from this event. So there's some of the guys, right?
Does this have a happy ending?
I mean, it's all happy ending, right? Because let me see if I can find a picture of one of the groups together. I can't. So, but this is part of the party. That's only a portion of the girls. So they're all girls, and I think that's my buddy, but I'm right there. It's 100.
All I see is women in that picture.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And maybe 40 of us, putting on shows for them and dancing. But one of the things that we did was our video. And the video was the guys dressing up in women's clothes and singing women power songs, whether it be Spanish or English.
Okay.
But because I'm a film guy, I elevated the game from music videos to movie trailers. So this is actually a movie trailer I shot with my friend Sebastian, my other friend. So this is the Twilight trailer, but we shot it on the beach, and I made my friends dress up and get married and do all this crazy shit, and this is what we did. Okay, yeah, he's getting fucked. Yeah, so I made my friend. No, this is
took a turn.
No, it did. But here's the thing. It's awkward and stupid and crazy, right?
Why is he
Because he's a vampire. It's fucking crazy. And
that did not age well.
No, it does not. No, it didn't age then. Okay. They're intentionally bad.
All right.
But they're edited well. They were funny as fuck, and everyone knew that I was the one making them. Mm-hmm. So every year after the first year I did it, which is my second year, so junior and senior year, every girl would treat me like a fucking celebrity and come up to me and want to talk to me and want to do this, this, and that. And, got numbers here and this and that here.
I never slept with him.
Right.
Jesus, man.
But
what are we doing here, Marco? What are we doing here?
You're not getting to the point. I looped around. This was the seeds that were being planted.
Okay, you took the long
Several of those, no, exactly. Several of those seeds, no, because that's where they all knew me. And you guys know beyond sex, what the other greatest thing for me is? Fucking attention. And so there was literally a room full of women, my peers, sitting in silence, watching my movies, laughing their ass off.
So you've had that God complex for a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they were like, "Oh my God, you're the fucking great," laughing, wanting, like on my Facebook, hitting me up, this and that. And then this also led, I got auctioned off, like I said, to the same sorority twice. Mm-hmm. Those sorority girls also let me do, for photography, did their banquet. So then I would go to their banquet, party with them. They'd feed me. I'd take photos of them. And be at the singles table and shit like that.
Did you get a girlfriend out of this at all?
And I've looped around to all of those girls since. So
you were successful.
I was successful.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
Yeah, no, when I say looped around, what do you think I meant? Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it wasn't during college. I didn't have the for that. But I eventually,
the seed and
like
it blossomed.
There was mostly like the sorority girls and other things like that. Yeah. I've gotten job opportunities from that thing. I've gotten other things like that. I've gotten other things like that.
It's probably better than a fraternity then, as far as
and everyone was looking at my shit, and I was a fucking king.
So that event made the Sammy that we see.
Well, yeah, it was like, oh yeah, I love this positive affirmation, and then like being at the singles table at the sorority.
Those dopamines were really going off, huh?
I mean, I'm just saying, man.
Hey, I'm proud that you actually got something out of that.
Right, and I got to embarrass my friends. It was like great.
I made them
do
friends.
Grease. I did a shot-for-shot remake of the Grease song. I don't want to play the music because I don't want to get copyright stricken. But yes, I made them do all this, and they have that forever. And I never had girl makeup or boobs, so there's no evidence on me.
You'd actually be cooler if you were in them.
No.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, they all laughed at those guys, but they knew.
But that means that like you're like comfortable enough to do that and be that funny. Like it's actually cooler to be
would have gotten you farther. You didn't have to wait 6 years after you graduated to.
Didn't have to go to the banquet and take pictures of them on dates. It's like,
well, no, there was a lot of singles at those things, man. I'm just saying.
Okay. Well, hey, if you were successful, Sammy, and admit that much to you, we're happy for you.
God damn it, right? No, but think about me and my ego at the time, and now.
Didn't look like it existed back then until that.
Oh no, it's been dormant, and that was the culmination of just like I had my place, I had my purpose. People knew who I was.
I still don't know how you looked older back then than you do now.
By that point, I was actually no, I probably wasn't doing my hair or anything.
No, you weren't
proper or anything like that.
It didn't look like
it. Didn't. There's a picture of me and my friend. Let's see here. This one's a fine picture. I was all right. I was wearing overshirts that didn't fit me.
Yeah,
because I lost weight. Huh?
It's not all right.
It's all right enough.
You had a.
That's okay if you're 17.
You had the patch goatee. Where it was
That's all I could grow at the time. I couldn't grow the beard.
You just let it go, man.
No.
How the fuck did this come into play then?
I became a man. I became a man.
Late growth spurt.
I'm a late bloomer. You know this thing. That's why the Mexican's gonna be successful when I'm 32.
It's fine. It's only a couple more years.
I was like,
exactly. Well, you guys keep holding me back by not shutting the fuck up. So it's like, it's really hard to try to be successful when people are dragging you down when you're trying to be successful.
Part of the challenge.
I think we're the most entertaining part.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too. I agree.
Well, let's see with your number ones. Marco, what is your number one?
So my number one is a combination of TJ's story. I assume he's gone.
Yeah, he died long time ago.
And a combination, I guess, of everybody else's craziness, where it's just I got to join. So went back to college. So here's what the weird thing. My story is complicated. I went to college. I didn't like it too much. I joined the Army. And then I went back to college.
Right. Wow. I like college more. Shit.
No, it's just the war was ending. Or else I probably would have still be in the Army. But so when I came back, I just try to find a niche. I don't understand how you had all this much free time to do all this stuff, because it was like, all right, I am getting college paid for, and I still need to work to make ends meet. So
one, student loans. Two, I'm really fucking smart, and so I don't study. It didn't take me long to study at all and remember shit. And I'm not saying I'm smart. I'm just saying I retain
I'm just
information.
talking financially to make ends meet.
Oh yeah, no, I
studying
got a
was-
job, but it was part time and student loans. I'm in debt.
Well, I didn't take out any loans except to go to Costa Rica. What I did was I worked at a bar, and I started out by working out as a bartender. Oh no, I started out by working out at the door, and then I showed that I can multitask enough. I became a bartender, and then eventually Mark, who's the dude in charge of the garden, that's the picture that I showed you.
Right.
That was the crew that I joined. That was right before I joined it. So all those people, we were basically ran that bar. It's Alyssa, Andi, Omar, Ian, and Nick. And we ran that bar, and we were in charge of everything. Mark gave us so much free reign to the point where at the end I was booking shows. I booked Ray a show at the Garden.
That's right.
So he just trusted you with everything, and there was so much free reign and so much cool that came out of it. Like I was able to walk into any bars because there's like a tight knit community of when you work at a bar, you let them in, they let you in, and you get free shots everywhere that you go.
Right. I never understood that economy. TJ taught me a little bit about that economy. I never once had to partake in it or understood it, but it works.
You have to work there in order to know it. It's like the unspoken thing that it's like, I know what most waiters and servers are going through most of the time.
You're not a part of any of those groups.
Yeah, I don't.
No underground groups.
No underground like that.
Yeah.
Just an underground fight club in his dorm. Really.
Yeah.
Which there's video of on
I
my
like how you
Facebook.
just kind of glossed over that like that was normal.
They were fighting over a Disney Channel star, okay?
That's still not normal. For college-age men to be fighting over Disney Channel.
They were
girls.
like 18.
Which one were they fighting over?
what-
They were fighting each other, and she
Hannah
ended up not
Montana?
being one. She was like on...
Don't say Selena Gomez.
No, it wasn't Selena
Zoe.
Gomez. It was like one season where it didn't take off.
Oh, one of those.
One of those.
Oh,
But she
wow.
was on the Disney Channel, and they both were getting one of them was like dating her, and the other one was text messaging her and trying to.
Oh, so they actually knew this girl.
Yeah, they actually knew this girl.
Oh, okay.
No, this
So-
was a real thing. Like
so
she was
this
a Disney Channel person.
This was like an old school duel type thing.
Yeah, and so they had to
Did
hash
they have
it out.
gloves or
Yeah.
bare knuckle?
You keep talking, Marcos. I'll bring up the clips.
I mean, that still doesn't sound like a fight club. That sounds like legit, like they were fighting over a girl,
Yeah.
which is a different animal.
Right.
But no, man, it's just the combination of the professional experience and the camaraderie of just it's like we're all going to be in this suck together because, man, it was one of the most exhausting things that I've ever done because it's like you go into work at 7 and you're not leaving that bar until 4 in.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's why I
don't
never
wanna
did bar
do
work.
that. Yeah, me either.
Don't want to fuck with that shit.
But I mean, I never had to go out because I was basically already out. So because of things like that, I got to hang out with the Yin Yang twins. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty
It
cool.
is.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I've never hung out with the Yin Yang twins.
We got to hung out with all the artists. I mean, I'd name a lot of country artists, but you probably wouldn't know who they are.
Did they whisper in your ear crazy things?
No. One of the dudes was on the phone with his wife almost the entire time. I'm not cheating on you, babe.
That
I'm just here. I'm just chilling. Like, I'm just fine.
It seems like a very bizarre night.
Yeah.
Really, just you wouldn't expect to hear that from a yin yang twin, you know?
Right?
Well, the other one was being social as fuck, but the other one was like, no, I'm married.
Let me guess, the skinny one was the married one.
Yeah.
I could tell.
Yeah.
I could tell.
Nobody was whispering, hey, little mom, let me whisper in you. Nobody was doing that shit. But
Yes.
that brings us to, real quick, mind you, just
Yeah.
to highlight, once again, highlight that I was the weird camera kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did like a full fight reel for this in the dorm. Like, I made a whole hype video.
That's
and
a
they
legit
just
hype
started beating
video.
the shit out of each other. They were not very good fighters.
They are
Clearly not.
really terrible.
They are
So was
really
this
bad.
personal?
This is personal.
Oh, so this was real blows.
Yeah,
then.
these guys were going like,
Oh
at
my
it.
god.
Yeah, and like
And nobody stopping them.
yeah, this is on the rec room in the
And-
7th floor.
I feel like this wasn't authorized.
It's not authorized. but like the people they're like going at it.
That guy clearly thinks he's a professional, the one in the black.
Yeah. No. So we had like seconds and shit.
So
like
was
they're
that touching of the gloves?
This is the dumbest blood beef I've ever
It's
seen.
the worst.
Right.
A Disney
like what-
Channel girl.
No, it's not that. It's that they took the time to wear gloves. It's like that's the dumbest shit ever. It's like
Right, but
just
this is like-
fucking really fight.
Yeah.
But this is
It'll
like
go farther than this.
this is like pre TikTok, YouTube, everything.
Yeah, but I,
They were just doing this
neither
for their
one
own
of these
shit.
Guys look like fighters, Mark.
that
The gloves look too heavy for him.
I don't know.
They weren't even wearing the full gloves,
I was about to
honestly.
say, like, they just seem extra lame now. Like, it's like I'd been in a real fight at 14. Like, these dudes are like, oh, we're
LARPing.
going to wear gloves.
Yeah, this is like
Yeah,
LARPing
these
is
were the
what this
highlights.
is. He jumped to punch him.
They're not
Oh,
very
wow.
good.
I mean,
Hi-
the
these
dude
are-
in yellow has a reach advantage, but
He's not using it at all.
Yeah, no.
Right. He was from El Salvador? No. He was from one of them. What's Argentina? He was Argentinian. There you go.
Wait, what?
I think he was Argentinian.
That's a different place if you're looking at Guatemala before.
No, but no, he was one of the other
Guatemala,
Spanish-
Costa Rica, Panama, like any of
No, he was one of the other Spanish-speaking countries that wasn't Salvadorian. Because there's a Salvadorian on there,
lot
and
of them.
nobody liked him. They made fun of him a lot, and then a bunch of Mexicans, and then yeah. Point being,
Yeah.
Man, you always talked about how great your college days was. I've never been around.
No,
we didn't like these. We didn't like that. Like,
they made fun of him for that reason, but they still part of it. Like the thing was that he was super about
but
it.
still, when you're talking about like people disliked half that people, like,
You make fun of me all the time. It's the same way you make fun of me.
But I don't dislike you, Sam.
right?
I mean,
nobody really disliked him. I disliked him because he was a dickhead.
I'm pretty sure other people thought that too.
No, he's a cool dude to them, but he was a dickhead to me. He thought he was the baddest shit in the room at 5 feet tall, and I thought that was stupid. And everyone kind of accepted it, and I didn't, and so I told him it, and then he just didn't like me, and I didn't like him.
look at all this drama. Like, did you have any of that?
No.
Yeah,
none of
exactly.
this. Good God.
He had people. He was leaving people for dead at clubs, and they were friendlier than you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
There's
that
honesty in that.
right. If I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. It's simple as that, Tommy.
All right.
You're lucky
fair
I still
enough.
fuck with you, motherfuckers. But you're
mean,
number one, Tommy.
Thought we were friends, but yeah. So my number one is. So this was the night I officially was done with the girl who stabbed me.
She stab you again.
She did not. It just, I reached a point, Marco, and I reached this point, and it was a harrowing night. And at the end of the night, I was rewarded.
Well, you
So-
said harrowing.
Harrowing, not
I said
heroin.
That's his heroin
No,
night.
no,
I'm like,
heroin.
heroin night
I
number
don't think that's what it
one.
makes you do. But yeah, no. So I was in LaGrange visiting her because I was still dating her, even though I was in college. And so she stabbed me. Not the best girlfriend in the world.
Well, you were still with her after she stabbed you.
She gave me sex, Sammy, and it was really good. And I was 19, so yeah.
Crazy is good at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, yeah. But so she aspired to be a stripper. So at this point she's 18. And we get into a fight. She just dips out.
Okay.
No one knows where she is. Her parents don't know where she is. No one.
No one.
Not picking up the phone, yada yada. So I'm freaking out because, you know, I'm pee-whipped like a son of a bitch. And so she picks up once, finally. I'm like, what the fuck? Where are you? I'm in Houston visiting Rochelle. She's going to take me to a strip club. I think I'm going to dance for the first time. I'm like, what the fuck? And then she just hangs up. So I got two clues. She's with Rochelle, who's from LaGrange, so I knew how to get in touch with her.
Okay.
So I get my best friend who's calling me a dumb fuck this entire time. He's like, yeah, I don't have shit to do. I'll go to Houston with you, fine. So I go off on a mission to find her in Houston, which I go to school in now. This is my first...
U of H.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not there yet. This is that half year where I'm at Houston Community College.
Okay.
So, yeah, so we go there. I know where to find Rochelle's cousin. I find Rochelle. She's not with Rochelle. I'm like, what the fuck? She said she was with you. Oh, no. She with my homeboy, Ronnie. It's getting worse and worse.
Ronnie.
So my blood's boiling. She's already put me through immense amount of stress at this young
Put on
age.
the boxing gloves at this point.
No.
You're about to box Ronnie like those
I
guys
wasn't.
right there.
At this point, I don't blame Ronnie. I know where the problem's coming from.
Right.
It's all right.
The woman who stabbed you but a month earlier.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, where the fuck do I find Ronnie? Oh shit, he's in North Gessner by the Galleria Mall. Can I have his address, please? Get the address. We go over to Ronnie's. My homeboy's like, yeah, man, if some shit pops off here, like, you know, I'm gonna have to step in.
Oh, I'm out.
Yeah, no, this is a friend. So yeah, he's like, I'm gonna have to step in. I don't want to. Don't know how that's gonna end. I'm like, no, it shouldn't even come to that. So I call her again. She picks up again. I'm like, I'm in Houston. Where the fuck are you? Who the fuck is Ronnie? I'm by his house. She's like, oh, no. He dropped me off at, oh, God, what was the name? I think it was Pink Monkey Strip Club. We had a Pink Monkey here.
Okay.
Also, by the way, it was after.
It's also a terrible cover. It's like, I'm cheating on you. And in order for you to not think I'm cheating on you, I'm actually stripping on the stage.
Yeah. You know where I'll be. I'm stripping.
That's a real place. There it is.
Yes. That's it, the Pink Monkey. So she goes to Pink Monkey, has a whole set. By the time I get there, she's already off stage.
Okay.
But apparently Ronnie's like a makeshift pimp now.
By the way, Makeshift Pimp, the first single off my new album.
So, she's like, yeah, no, like, he's just a friend, whatever. Well, he's taking me to a party in Prairie View, which is way outside of Houston.
It just keeps further and further. She's sitting on this wild goose chase.
Yeah, basically. So, yeah, they're headed towards Prairie View. I'm like, God damn it.
And you decided to keep going?
It's about 1:30 at this point. Prairie View's about an hour away. I do it. Go to Prairie View. At this point, my friend's just like, what the fuck, man? Take me home. I'm done with this shit. I'm like, no, fuck you. You're in it now, so you're staying.
Right.
And so we go to Prairie View. Heard great things about the party scene there. Prairie View A&M University.
Yeah.
Black college. All they do is party. So we go to this place, and the way this particular student housing was set up was like a hill that just went upward.
Right.
And it was apartments just all the way to the top of the hill. All you saw was just lights in the distance, all partying. Every building was partying.
Right.
Like a son of a bitch. It was some event. So I was like, you know what? Fuck this. Like I broke. I just broke.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, fuck this, man. Like I went from kind of tearing up but didn't want to cry in front of my homeboy. So I just started laughing hysterically. He thought I was losing. He really thought I was.
Christ. I think I've done that in front of you on a show.
She drove me insane, yes.
That's insanity right there.
Yes. So, I was like, man, you know what? Fuck this, dog. We should just party. Look at this shit like it's crazy.
Right.
It's like, yeah, motherfucker, it's exactly what we should do. Are you serious? Like, I have a homeboy that goes here. Like, let me see what's up.
Yeah.
So he called his friend, and we literally damn near partied at every building from the bottom of the hill up the hill. Didn't leave until like 11 o'clock the next day.
Jesus
I didn't call her. I didn't give a fuck at that point, and I was like officially done. She called me, blew my shit up like the next day. And I was like, no, fuck you. I'm done with this shit. And that was it. I got numbers at that party, and I started dating a chick I met at that party like 2 weeks after.
And then 3 weeks after, she shot you.
No, never, no more crazies. That was the only crazy chick I ever dated. I learned a lot from that.
Yeah.
From that.
I don't know if I've learned.
That was a highlight.
That's good.
Yeah.
Just revenge partying through the night.
Just from loss of sanity, basically.
Lost, and then did you never answer the phone from her ever again?
Never again. Apparently, she befriended my cousin in LaGrange. She still asks about me. She has 4 kids, none of which she has custody of.
Texas law really favors women, so she's got to...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's not a good look. That is a horrible look if you're a Texas mother and you don't have custody of your children.
Oh, my God. Well...
Yeah, she sucks at life. Go ahead.
Well, that's the end of our top 5. Actually, I did fail on one thing. In college, I used to wear a fedora.
Oh, fuck, man.
So I got to do the outro with the fedora.
Oh, God.
I put in the Instagram story that fedora Sammy was going to be coming back.
You're fedorable.
Go home. Get out of here.
Yeah, I'm sleep deprived.
No, but this is all fun. Okay, Marcos wants to go home. He'll get him out of here, but I want to tip my hat to the people out there. Thank you for watching. You can find me at The Mexcellence on all forms of social. I'm getting this shit off my head.
Please.
Find me on all forms of social media. The Mexcellence. Marcos, where
can they find you?
Thank you. I didn't understand. Thank you for translating.
You know words.
JL Marco 62 to anything, and I'll pop up Tommy
McGrew _art Instagram.
All right. Well, it's getting late out in the night, so let's get on out of here. Thank you for watching, and we will see you all next time. I want to say Thursday.
I think I'm going to cancel that show.
Fuck it. We'll figure it out. Bye.